What up and welcome back to another episode here of the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. Thank you so much, everybody, for patiently waiting, and shout out to Rock Samson for that dope ass intro mix. Somebody should clean up his device. Somebody wrote all over it. However, though, thank you to our sponsors that make this show possible. A big shout out to the first one, the one and only Mission Smog in the city of Riverside. If you want to get your smog check paperwork passed, guaranteed, you need to stop looking and stop going to different mechanics and hit up my people at Mission Smog. Call them up, let them know your details of your car. Say you will specifically say that you watch us on the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. That way they connect you to the right people. And then they will let you know the specifics on how you can get your smog check pass guaranteed. Thank you so much for sponsoring the show in the city of Riverside, Mission Smog. Also, a big shout out to the one and only Simply Mary, simplymary.co. Make sure you guys check out all the variety they have to offer, delivered to you straight to your doorstep, all 50 states. Also, a big shout out to Hadar Extracts, missing in action. I don't know where they're not. I don't know where they're at, But yeah, salute to Hadar Extracts. Make sure you guys follow them at Hadar Extracts and the #1 on Instagram. Also, man, I was wondering. I was like, this is will save me on the Green Thumb show because the lights be getting me tired. You know what I'm talking about? Protecting my. I will put it on right now. I'm talking about protecting my eyes against the harmful LED rays, and you should be protecting them too. And I'm talking about with the one and only Pakalolo flies. Make sure you guys get yourself some of these glasses if you guys are trying to protect your eyes in the grow house or in the distro, or if you're out here just in front of a camera, in front of lights all day, hospital people, all that stuff. Make sure you take care of your eyes against them harmful LED rays. They will fuck your eyes up. Go to pakaloloflies.com, use code word EZONEBREALTV, and save yourself some money at checkout. And last but not least, definitely not least, because we've been fucking smoking Chiclets hash holes back to back every Wednesday, every Thursday, every day. They're the best in the fucking game. Make sure you guys check them out and get you some of these hash holes available on the secret menu on Patreon for everybody who knows. And shout out to all the new members that have joined the Patreon secret menu. And also a big shout out to our sponsor, Chiclets _Los Angeles. Make sure you guys check them out. I'm about to smoke the pink Chiclets. Xavier sparked up. I don't know. No, he has one. I think he smoked his already, but nope.
It's right here, dog. I'm waiting for it.
You got to save these things because they hit at the right spot. You know what I'm saying? But
midway show for me, dog. It's too much to start off with. Ezone starts off with the Chiclets.
Then you wonder why I'm tired.
Yeah.
So a big shout out to our sponsors that make the show possible. Without further ado, what's going on, XG?
What's up, dog? Like we said, I'm faded already. Shout out to Chiclets. Shout out to Hadar. And shout out to the Dodgers, dog. They're already winning. They got the first W. So, don't have to get jumped by a Cholo today. No one's crying.
Sock check,
dog. No, they were happy for all the Cholos were all. My Instagram was just a bunch of Cholos with their brand new fucking iron T-shirt on the way to the game, sitting all the way at the top, but they were there. But shout out to them. Shout out to Dodgers.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I mean, these fools pretty much, they like bought like all of Japan's like superior players. That's like what made them pop, you know?
The Dodgers?
Yeah.
Money, dog.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. So it's just like right now we're on a Japanese craze, you know, out there at the Dodgers. I don't know.
They're going through what you're going through. The Dodgers are trying to find their Japan.
I'm not exploiting. I'm not exploiting it for profit. I want people to be happy.
Yeah, you put it on Whatnot.
That's to pay back my flight, dog. Anyways, that voice that you're hearing is a person who takes a lot of flights in and out of the U.S. against a country that, you know, doesn't want to play ball to become our 51st states. Talking about the imported co-host. What up, Nitty Sak?
You know what it is. What's going on?
1 pound fish.
Very, very good. Very, very cheap. What's going on, guys? Happy to be here. Thank you guys for listening. Listen to me now if you're listening. April 3rd, We Don't Comedy the Same. Get your fucking tickets now.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell him before we continue. Listen, man, if we don't get up to the 50 fucking ticket mark by Sunday, we're going to have to postpone the show or cancel it. So you guys got to step it up on the tickets. Don't wait till the last minute.
You guys don't understand how much E-Zone is yelling at us because you guys aren't buying tickets.
Bro, and I'm no offense. This is light, bro. You should see what the shit I used to go through. I wish Ray had a mic. Ray be like, dog.
You don't know what it feels like to be called into the principal's office at 34 years old.
Well, I got here. Dog, I got here. I was the last one to get here, and Ezone said, all right, now that everyone's in the office, everyone sit down.
How else am I gonna I'm sorry for fucking handling this like a professional.
Nah, you run shit. You run shit. It's good. That's why we can't be in charge, bro.
I have to be brutally honest with everybody. Like, if not, I can't sugarcoat shit, bro. That's how we end up with, bro, too many options, bro. We gotta have order, bro. Shout out to Ray for running the boards, aka Morning Shot Films. Somebody said E-Zone has ice on speed dial. and let's give it up for our guest of the night. What is it? The one and only, the legendary Eric Big Drum Bobo in the house.
Go.
Yeah, buddy.
Buddy. This guy was singing 1 pound fish every time I bowled yesterday, too.
Yeah. Very, very cheap.
But you know who won't let it go? Is Aton.
I know. I pulled up late and my name was 1 pound fish on the bowl.
He went out of his way. He didn't clown anybody. That he's just like, oh wait, Nitty's here. He runs over there, he to the fucking thing. And he's like, can you put 1 pound fish up there? Comes up there. He's like, look, get this on film, Pedro. And I'm just like, bro, it's not that funny, bro. I'm like, would you be putting watermelon fish if we had a black friend in the crew? Like,
it kind of fell flat, right? The joke fell flat.
Like I'm like, you're enjoying it a little bit too much, dog.
He got too excited, that guy, Aton.
Hey, whatever. As long as the office manager likes me, it's fine.
True.
Maybe he'll complain less about my parking.
Yeah, he doesn't complain about your parking anymore. Yeah. But God forbid Xavier walks in here.
Yeah, you need a song, dog. You need like a 1 pound bean.
You need to let him call you wetback, bro, and then he'll be like, he'll let you he'll let you do whatever you want, dog. He'll offer you snacks. He'll start treating you.
He closed down Bart's the other day with the snacks. Yeah.
What do you mean,
man?
He closed down Bart's.
He closed down Bart's, man. Bart's was trying to get a snack, and he said, "What are you doing, man? Get out of there, man! Unauthorized."
The guy that feeds him and Bart feeds Bart. Yo, Bart's is gonna spit on his burger next time. He's gonna be like the guy from Goodfellas. He's gonna be like, here you go, bro. He's right behind the truck, bro.
I'd put some mac and cheese in his bowling ball holes. That's what I would do.
Dude, it's like
Bart's.
What? Like, how can you insult Aton like the most? Like, if he had to get back in his food, make his food not kosher because he's Jewish.
You have to make it in a, put his food in the shape of a swastika.
Put the burger patty. No, shape all the fries in that shape, bro. Like all of them, like all the fries to be.
You gotta do it.
What the fuck, bro?
This has to be for you. You know how when you make the burger,
Yeah.
you get the ketchup and the mustard. You put that in the swastika symbol, and then you smash it. So it's you. It's a you thing. It's like, oh, well, eating a Nazi burger because you can't see it because that's anti-Semitic, but it's for you. Like you gotta just put the ketchup and the mustard like that. And you're like, yeah, now you
like
eat
some voodoo.
Now you eat that. Now you eat that, Aton.
That is true, bro.
Yeah. Instead of a happy face,
Or
like
just the ketchup and mustard, put it all on.
Yeah, Johnny Rockets it, bro. Just like instead of the happy face, just like puts a little swab. You think they do that when Kanye goes into the restaurant these days?
I don't think Kanye eats out. Probably not anymore.
No. I think he's staying out of sight right now.
You know what's crazy? I heard that guy moves like very like solo dolo. He like taps in with certain people, but like a lot of people will see him just checking a random hotel. And
you'd want to be seen with Kanye? Like you really right now? He's wearing a swastika shirt. You want to be next to him?
I heard he doesn't.
Am I wearing one or not? Hold on.
You're not wearing one.
I'm not wearing one.
You're not wearing one, but everyone kind of you got smoking a blunt. You literally you hand him the joint. Like
that's Kanye West, dog. That's Kanye West, dog. Dog, he probably has some Nas at home. Like I would be like, yo, what's up, Kanye? We going Nas? Like I'd be like, look, man. He hasn't been saying anything about Hispanic people.
I heard he doesn't even roll with
anymore. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, why am I gonna get mad at this fool, dog?
He's literally just talking about white people, black people, and Jews.
Yeah,
he's leaving the brown people alone, dog.
But he
didn't do it.
He ain't about that life, though.
Kanye?
I remember when Kanye, had his people, guarding up the stage. We were on tour with them, and me, Sendog, a couple people went up there, and his tour manager, or stage manager, went up to him and said, "Yo, you need to get the fuck off my stage." Sendog said, looked around like, "You talking to me?" "Yeah, you nigga." I said, "Get the fuck off my stage."
Kanye said that, or his
road manager, right?
Damn.
we're just trying to go ahead and see Kanye West show. All right. And Send Dog again said, yo, you talking to me? You want me to get off the stage? You heard me. He kept on, pressing it. Finally, we leave the stage. Send Dog is hot. Goes back. He said, fuck that motherfucker Kanye. Goes up to B Real. Like, fuck that motherfucker Kanye. This is what he did. He says, all right, we got a show with him next day. We gonna let him have it on stage. Okay, next day happens. We're in the plane, and who comes walking in is Kanye West. Kanye West goes up to B Real and says, I'm sorry. I heard about what happened, and, I'm really sorry about that and everything like that. I love you guys and everything. He's all simping and shit like that. I'm sorry. And then B was like, yo, I ain't mad at you. The one you got to say sorry to is that guy back there. And Send Dog is looking at Kanye West with his, snarl,
He already looks angry. I can't imagine what he looks like when he's really mad.
because he was pissed. He was pissed off. And then, Kanye West had to fucking bow down. So he's doing all this shit for publicity, but he ain't about that life. Because he would have said some shit. He would have been like, and what?
Yeah.
He ain't about that life.
He's just doing it because he got an album coming out.
He's doing that because he needs to get that publicity out. He wants to stay relevant, When was his last good album?
Okay, Not For Nothing, Bully is a really good album. I was listening to it when working out, and I was like, damn, this is good Kanye.
I get it. I love Kanye, but I agree. I'm with you, but, I'm a Kanye fan.
Kanye, he is definitely dope at what he does. I ain't going to lie. I have some favorites of Kanye, but it's not of anything recent or lately, And I think that, different. I haven't heard this new album, and I don't know if I'm not really looking to hear it right now. I'm not into what he's talking about.
There was no anti-Semitic stuff in the album. It really reminded me of like a blend of 80. Remember that Heartbreak? I've been loving you. Yeah. They had some tracks that had that kind of vibe. They had some kind of like graduation vibes. There was like maybe 2 songs that I was like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
So he didn't say any anti-Semitic shit on that shit?
Dude, I feel like these are songs that he had in the vault, and he's just like, I gotta make a compilation because it didn't sound like one specific sound.
So, Bobo, you would say it's to try to get attention, per se?
I think
to try to stay relevant, and you would know because you've been there where you're like kind of dying down and you're trying to find a way.
Yes, he's already picking a beef with Kendrick, already beef with him. Why you gotta fucking do that?
Stay in the headlines.
You gotta stay in the headlines.
Do you remember a time where someone was trying to use Cypress? As in, look, we're trying to, if Kanye, I could see Kanye be trying to beef with you guys. You're like, you're just using us, and you guys didn't fall for it.
There was some lesser groups. There was this group from Chicago called Los Marihuanos that tried to step like that, and they just didn't. They didn't have the muscle back there, and they didn't have the muscle to take us down. But you get people that are like that. They want to test the waters. And all power to you, but you got to watch out which waters you want to test.
To this day, that guy from Los Marihuanos just avoids B at all costs. I've seen both of them at the same event, and then I've seen dude just look, because we're always with B, but B's not always paying attention to everything that's going on, or who's around because he's working. And I've seen that dude walked away where we were posted at and just turned and just.
I
guess it's not even a scared thing, but I would say you just feel embarrassed.
Yeah, because he did some foul shit. Just because we had a jam band. This is the story. We had a jam band, and somebody called it Los Marihuanos. This jam band was like Stephen Perkins from Jane's Addiction, Steph Tone, Marty O'Brien, Mellow Man, Everlast, myself, Be Real, T-Lo from Mothers of Mayhem. All of these people, right? Got together one night, called ourselves Los Marihuanos. We all smoked. So that shit got to MTV News. Oh my God, man. Headlines, MTV News. These motherfuckers got mad because it was with their name. Yeah. Well, they had cease and desist because, all this kind of shit, taking our name. You know, and then we changed the name, and the dude kept on. He kept on with it.
Because it
Even
gives
then, though, marijuanos is too broad.
Exactly.
Marijuanos is way. Cypress Hill is not. That's a like you can say that's
Right.
our thing.
Right.
Marijuanos is, dude. My dad. What marijuana? You're gonna sue my dad? Dad used to call me a marijuano when he found out I started smoking. Hey, marijuano.
Right.
Cease and desist.
Exactly. So you're gonna get a cease and desist. That's like, you know, come on now. And yeah.
Pinche marijuano.
So, you know, and B kept it cool. B was cool with him, but homie kept on talking and talking and talking. And one day he stepped in the studio. Somebody brought him in the studio and, you know, told him, yo, you can't be in there. You know? So, yeah, he's going to walk away.
Yes, sock
Checked
check
him.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, not sorry.
Now, when you get pressed, dog, it's different, bro. Cause like, I don't know, bro. Like, B kind of has that Terminator fucking like way he kind of handles himself because he's really gangster. You know what I mean? Like he's about that shit. And I don't put it beneath him. Like if you disrespect him enough, I don't put it beneath him. He's knocking your ass out, bro.
You know,
Like he has a lot of patience, but I think you say the wrong fucking thing at the wrong time, he'll let you have a good clean 1-2 and you knock your ass out.
he will give you a lot of rope. I mean, he'll give you rope, and just when you think there's over, he'll give a little bit more rope. But when that rope runs out, it's no bueno.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, you just gotta know which waters you test, and that's it. And that goes for everybody. But, there it is. But like going back to Kanye, yeah, I'll check his album out and see what it is, you know. And if it's banging, I will say it's banging, you know, if I feel it. But I don't just deal where his head is at right now.
Yeah. Who's your favorite artist right now?
Wow.
Because you produce too.
Yeah. My favorite artist who I've been listening to,
Or a few of them, whoever.
Coast Contra, I've been checking out. I've been liking the Alchemist stuff that he's been doing with like 2 Chainz, and I like his direction where he's going with it. And I'm kind of also been listening backwards, you know, like more classic stuff. But yeah, you know, it's a few people out there.
Like classical or like?
Well, classic is for like, you know, classic hip hop.
Oh, okay.
You know, stuff like that. But I listen to a lot of shit, like different shit all day, every day. You know, it's never the same shit. You know, my girl is like, damn, you be listening to some weird shit sometimes, you know. I said, no, it's education. Listen up, you know.
Sometimes I feel like music will culture you, like, and it's almost like the same way, like, as if you were to travel certain places, bro.
You know, like when you go to like Japan, man, I got up and wanted to hear some music with the taiko drums and shit like that. I wanted to check
That
shit
string,
out.
ding, shit.
All
Yeah.
that, you know what I mean? Because you can get inspired with shit like that, you know. So as a producer or a musician or whatnot.
Yeah, looking for inspiration is it's not hard. It's just everybody's inspiration is different. You know what I'm saying?
Never know when it's gonna strike.
And some people let that shit just like pass them by because they're just like, what am I like?
Some people go looking for it too hard.
Yeah,
Force it, you can't find it.
yeah. It's like fun. It's like one of those things where it's just like you're gonna run into it eventually. You just can't stop.
Trying, you gotta
Like
keep
can't
producing.
stop being ready for the opportunity to come across. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you always got to be ready. You know, you never know. And it can come at the craziest time, weirdest time. You know, like for me, I didn't know that doing a wedding was going to lead me to where I am now. You know, well, I did Ad Rock's wedding, Beastie Boys, and that's how but this is before going on tour. And it was from a recommendation from this guy named Matt Robinson, who is, he was a club promoter out here. He was doing a lot of shit, and he's the brother of Holly Robinson Pete. So I was doing his club, like the little chill lounge with my little trio quartet shit.
You had a quartet.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah, that's right. Because I forget you're like proper music because your dad's,
Yeah.
legendary.
Yeah, so I was doing that shit, kind of paid the bills, whatnot, still keep connected to the nightlife. And then he one time calls me up and he says, yo, man, Ad Rock from the Beastie Boys wants you to do his wedding. I said, what are you talking about? You're bullshitting me. He says, yo, he wants you to be the music for his wedding. I said, me? How does he know me? he was a fan of my dad's. And I didn't believe him. I said, fuck you, man.
Yeah.
He said, all right, I want to have him call you. And Ad Rock called me. So I wound up doing his wedding. And then maybe...
How was the wedding?
Oh, it was dope, man. They got married to Ione Sky. There was Red Hot Chili Peppers was there. River Phoenix was there.
What the fuck, bro? Like I wouldn't mind you being a server there, bro. Yeah, like
worked the kitchen that day.
So all that shit. So there's all these celebrity peoples there, out in Santa Barbara. And then, it was like I did
Killed
get ready.
it? You killed it? Yeah.
Killed it, man.
Hell
Killed it. I mean, they came and started jamming on our instruments and shit like that while we were taking a break. So anyway, said, all right, man, we're going to go on tour and then we'll be in touch. A few months later, Mike D hits me up and he says, yo, would you be interested in doing the last leg of the Check Your Head tour? This is 1992. And I said, all right, I'm down to, come and audition. Now, I don't really like auditions. I haven't done many auditions, so I'm not, used to being on the spot like that.
Is it like American Idol where you just come up and start singing in front of them?
Well, it was kind of something like that, but I prepared myself. I knew all the songs. I knew everything they were going to throw at me.
my name's Eric, and I'm gonna be performing.
Yeah. So I get there, go to the studio out here in Atwater, and it's MCA, rest in peace, Mario C, and Mike D. Ad Rock wasn't even there. And I go ahead and I do the shit, calling out songs, whatever. I'm playing everything. They hand me a piece of paper, and that's the itinerary for the tour.
Nice.
First 2 weeks, it was Ice Cube and the Lynch Mob opening up.
Damn.
Henry Rollins and Beastie Boys. Then after Lynch Mob left, Cypress Hill takes him. So that's where I meet Cypress. And I wind up hanging out with them. They were on there for 2 weeks, but I was on their bus a lot. Wound up hanging out with them like a bunch.
So how did that happen? How did you actually meet up with any Cypress Hill?
Yeah, like how did like the connection happen? Did they go to a Beastie Boy show or like?
Well, they got in town. We were playing in Florida. They got in town the day before, and we were going to go to an Orlando Magic game. This is when Shaq was playing with Orlando Magic.
Damn.
And
a blue jersey?
Yeah. And Sendog came to the game. But earlier that day, it's like I saw him, and we kind of walked by each other, and we kind of stared each other down a little bit. Like I'm like looking at him, I'm like, oh, that's Sendog. And he's looking at me like he knew me. So at the end, the night of the game, we all talking and everything like that. And then I wound up, hanging out with Sendog. Had lunch with him the next day and everything. He was the first one that I met out of Cypress. So it wasn't until like the second show that came on the Cypress bus. And that's when I met B. B comes out of the back holding 2 joints. Fro was out to here. Fucked up. Hey, what's happening? And I'm like looking, I'm like, yo, there he is. There's this guy. And, he was cool as fuck, but he was, Young B was a different guy right there. He was wild. But so I wound up hanging out with them, and then we broke off, ended the tour. I wound up hanging with Sendog like a bunch outside the tour. So
you clicked with Sendog first?
Yes. And he said, yo, man, you should jam with us. And he somehow convinced B and Muggs, like, yo, man, let them come up and jam and do a song at El Camino College. They had this thing that was for scholarship shit. And I played Latin Lingo. I only played one song. Brought my drums off of that. Then he hit me up again, said, yo, you want to come on tour with us for the 1993 Soul Assassins tour, House of Pain, Cypress Hill, Hooligans, Funk Dubious. I'm like, I'm tripping out. I said, hell yeah. So that's how it all started. But, to be honest, I don't know till this day, like, what made them think, like, adding a percussion to the group or to the stage set was going to work, because back then hip-hop was real pure. It's like DJ and the MCs. There was no band. There was no nothing. So I was the instrument, So what made them think, like, yo, man, we can go ahead and rock like this? I got to ask them one day. You know what I mean? 'Cause
It works.
I really still don't know. And then because
It works.
that tour was like, that was before the Black Sunday tour. And, you know, when Black Sunday came around, it got real deep then because that shit just blew up. Everything was happening.
I wanted to ask you a specific story. It's not the one that you're thinking. All right, so but
We'll get to that.
but it cracked me up so much every time this story comes up, specifically because it's Sen Dog. There was a time period where he was fucking up your drums after every performance, like completely destroying them. I heard like Rockstar style. And these are expensive fucking drums, fool. Like you know, like what was going on with that? What happened?
We were in our crash the stage setup, you know, days. You know, thrash the
Rockstar
turntable
shit?
and rockstar shit, you know. But he would come up onto my riser, and then he'd just start like banging on it a little bit, offbeat as a motherfucker, offbeat. But then all of a sudden, just push my shit, like, and it fell like 3 feet, you know what I mean? I was high up on the riser, and kept on doing that every night. And finally, he got a bill.
They broke every time he pushed it?
Well, some shit, because sometimes they weren't even our shit. It was like backlines. So it was like, you know, rental shit. I was sponsored, but it was all rental shit. And then he got the bill. And that shit was like about 7 G's, 8 G's, 8 racks. I said, don't charge me because I didn't do it. You know, I said it was Sen Dog. And yeah, he was doing that. And then he got that bill and he hasn't touched him since.
You guys trashed a lot of well, I mean, you guys have trashed a few hotel rooms, dressing room. I heard also too there's an infamous story of I don't know if it's a sandwich or a piece of pizza is in the VCR.
Yeah, Sen Dog did that.
Like,
Yeah.
why was the VCR hungry? What was going on? Can you give me the rundown on how that or why that happened?
You know, I don't think that the VCR was working so much. He said, well, shit, fuck it, I'm going to put something else in there. I want to put some fucking pizza in there. You know, this was like the first day of the tour in Australia, I think it was. And we trashed that dressing room so bad. I mean, put the sandwich in the VCR, pizza, ketchup was all over the place, food was all over the place, and the promoters, they kept like, is there something wrong? Are you angry at us? Or did we do something wrong? Like, no. What happened? Did you trash the dressing room? That's because.
Does the record label pay for that?
No,
Or sometimes they take it out of your guys'
No,
pay. You guys don't know.
that's gonna come out of the band. Regulators say, you gonna do that stupid shit, you're gonna pay for it. If they cover it, you're still gonna pay for it.
Yeah, I'm assuming at the end they'll act
Yeah.
like they covered it, but they'll just take it out of your back end. Like, all right, you moron.
Yeah.
Some shit you would do, you'd be like, oh, the broken window at the hotel. No need to tell Easton, just come out of the Patreon.
Oh, like when I when I burnt the
Yeah, when you burned the car rental?
You broke a window at the hotel?
No, I burnt
No,
the car rent.
something like that he should probably tell me. I feel like he would just be like, oh, the Patreon, the credit card.
It
is paid
happened
for
already. It happened already. We went to Vegas and the car was way too packed, so this fool was like, go to the trunk. And I was like, huh? You were there. It was
You
an
don't
SUV.
even
I'm not really in
remember.
the trunk, but I'm in the back. Yeah, and I go back there and I was kind of pissed that I'm the one in the fucking trunk. So I'm like, fuck this fool. I'm gonna spark up a joint. So I spark up a joint and he yells at me, if you asher, you make a hole on the carpet, it's coming out of your pay. I'm like, for shut up. He's only like, I know how to smoke a fucking joint. I ain't a beginner. Bro, big old fucking ash lands it there. I start going like this.
This idiot, the fucking cherry, fucking falls off and it goes into the little carpet part. It just starts burning
done.
in there. And then he's just like, and he thinks that I'm not going to notice. And I'm like, bro. So I fucking just dyed some cotton black and I filled it up and I just covered the hole. I was like, man.
And it didn't work because he ended up sending me like some receipt of the burnt. And I was like, that's coming out.
But I got the notice like later, bro. I was like, wow, man. Like they fucking knew because they were vacuuming it. So
Like
the
80
cotton
bucks?
probably came out.
Like $80. $80.
Yeah, there's sometimes a couple of hotel rooms that I fucked up because I don't remember how I did it. But, there was a big, like, wine stain on the rug in this hotel in Colorado, and I woke up. It was time to check out, and I looked. I'm like, how the fuck did I get there? I don't even remember doing this. You know?
You guys always got the smoking charge.
Yeah. You know, we still do.
You guys played Woodstock, right?
Yeah.
How was that? Can you tell us about that?
Yo, that was wild. My story with that is I was already on tour with the Beastie Boys. This is Lollapalooza 94. And Cypress asked me, yo, you want to do Woodstock? And the day we were supposed to play was Sunday, and that was a day off. So I would have been able to fly, do the gig, and then come back and meet up with the Beasties. Just so happens that they changed the day. They changed it to Saturday, the opening day. We had a show that day, and it was a big thing, like whether I was going to go or not. And my mom, rest in peace, I said, Mom, what should I do? They're coming to pick me up. I mean, should I leave? She said, motherfucker, you better do Woodstock. You'll never know if you'll do anything that big again. Yeah, it's so cool, man. You know, so I left a note for Mike D. I left the hotel at 3 a.m. I had a car come and get me. I slipped a note under Mike D's door, let him know that I'm going to Woodstock, but I'm going to be back for the gig. Now, granted,
This is before iPhones and like there's like
Right.
a ladder like here you're
right. Now we were in Atlanta. I had to fly from Atlanta to New York because the next show was Miami, right? So fly to New York. Had to take a van to drive 2 hours to the site, then take a helicopter to fly over Woodstock to the actual stage. So many people. There was only 2 ways to get in, by boat or by helicopter. So I take it with Esteban Oriol, one of the people, a couple of people from Jefferson Airplane. You know, so I'm fucking bugging the fuck out. And then get there, and they didn't know if I was going to make it or not. It was like that. They had all the shit. They knew what was up. Like, are you going to make it?
At people at Woodstock or back on tour?
Cypress.
Okay.
You know, so the thing is that, like I said, we had a show, and they were showing Woodstock on MTV. All right, they were basically broadcasting it. So some people that were looking at the Cypress show, and they were like, yo, Bobo, why is Bobo there? Isn't he supposed to be here? So we do the show. It starts pouring fucking rain. I'm like, helicopters, done. Boat, done. I'm not going to make the show. So
that rain. How bad was that rain? Because they say it was.
Oh, that shit. Look, have you seen the videos?
No, they say that the government induced it and like.
What?
Yes.
Here we go, dog.
I don't
They didn't
know.
want. They did. The government did not want the hippies to gather up, and it started raining in the middle of spring when it wasn't supposed to rain, and it was raining like they've never seen before.
At that very show,
Bro, if you don't think.
Bobo was in.
Yeah,
all I know is that there was already 500,000 people there. And then they couldn't leave. Now you can't leave because of fucking rain. I knew I couldn't leave. So I don't know if it was conspiracy. I don't know. I knew I was fucked.
How long were you there for?
You know what I mean? I knew I was fucked. So from what I heard, my drum tech and 2 other people had to switch off and do my parts on the Beastie Boys show. So then I fly back to Miami, and I'm like thinking, shit. Well, I might get fired, but if I get fired, I already got another gig. So I went there, I checked into the hotel, kind of snuck in. They probably notified our tour manager right when I got in. So then he calls me up, and there was this English dude. He used to manage Black Sabbath and Ozzy and shit. His name was Wilf, right? I don't know if he's still alive, motherfucker. Anyway, he says, Bobo, go to the tour bus right now. All right, I meet him. Bobo, that was terrible what you did to the boys. You left them hanging. You should have never left. Who told you to do that? It's very unprofessional. If it was up to me, you would be leaving right now off this tour. Okay. He says, now the boys are going to have a word with you. He just knew they were going to let me go. I'm like, oh shit, I'm fucked. So the boys, the Beastie Boys in there, and it's just me. And then say, yo, we understand, it's a big thing and everything like that, but, just got to let us know. I said, well, you guys didn't get the note.
Yeah, they didn't see it.
No, they saw it.
Oh shit.
But I thought the note was enough. It kind of wasn't, So,
That is a pretty good let me know.
yeah. I mean,
I'm going anyways. I'm not asking permission.
I was detailed in what I was, doing. And I said I'll be back. It's just I didn't make it back. It would have been dope if I made it back and did the show and said, yo, earlier I just did Woodstock and now I'm here. Yeah. Badass. That didn't happen.
How long were you stuck at Woodstock for with the rain? Just that one night?
Oh, yeah, the one night.
And your guys' accommodations was fine? You guys didn't get fucked by the rain, the artists?
No, we had to wait until we can get out of there,
You enjoy it? You at least enjoy Woodstock? At that point, you were like, yo, I'm still here. Might as well.
I loved it. I still have my pants that were stained with mud when we walked out into the crowd.
All dirty? You still have them?
Yeah.
Damn.
So, I mean.
If you want that at Whatnot, go to Whatnot.
No, you got to go. Bobo has a Whatnot.
Yeah, my Whatnot is called Bobo's Garage. That shit is like, I got all kinds of shit. So, yeah, I still got my Woodstock pants. And after I knew that I was stuck, I said, well, I'm hanging with y'all, But at that show, and what I did not know, because they didn't say to me, that's the show that they announced me as being an official member of Cypress Hill. I didn't know that they were going to say, they didn't say, yo, you want in? They didn't even ask me. It just says, this is the guy.
We're going to get jumped in or something?
Yeah, I thought something was going to happen. After that, I'm like, oh, shit, I mean, this is the time, like, when you were part of the Soul Assassins crew, you had to get your Soul Assassins tattoo, you got your Soul Assassins ring, and you were made official like that.
Like a biker crew.
Yeah, it was like that. And at some point, you'd get a joint burn, like B-Real will, like, burn you with a joint.
Oh, shit.
So, like, you can be just, like, chilling, and all of a sudden, he just, and you do that shit. Damn. So yeah, it was like kind of, that was the thing of getting jumped in. He burned you? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he burned me on my hand.
I forgot to tell you, Nitty, we do that here at the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast too. Get him, Xavier.
Bend over.
Bend over.
I've seen people do the lighter burn. Where they like hide up and they go like this.
Yeah, no, yeah, this was when the cherry is hot, is burning, and not just a quick one, just like little. Yeah.
What's up, fool? What's up, fool?
Next time we're bowling.
Well, you got so much. Chest hair is gonna light up, bro.
I'll catch on fire, dog.
It'll catch on fire if he's on the shit right there.
People think I'm a fucking Tibetan protester.
It'll be like fucking setting a labubu on fire, bro. Yeah, bro.
That was fucked up.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Except you work harder to take a bunch of labubus off fire than you would for me, bro.
You killing it with the labubus? I just see you on Instagram giving them, like selling them and shit.
Yeah, go to the website. I just restocked on the macaroon edition, so they're sold out for the most part. So, and accessories too. So make sure you guys check it out. I'm also gonna have them in my booth at the Upscale Sesh. So I bet you I'll sell the fuck out of all of them at the Upscale Sesh. There's always gonna be somebody in there with their lady who wants one. And their kid has been wanting one. They're like, well, we left the kids with a babysitter, so we got to get something for them. Who knew they were going to have the boo-boos there? And I'm going to make that money, dog.
Man, you can get a vial of his hair and put it, onto Whatnot, right?
Yeah. I mean, for sure. I'm sure there'd be somebody that would appreciate a vial of your hair.
My beard hair?
Yeah.
All right, put it in the chat room. How much would you pay for a vial of my beard hair?
Browsy's going to put $5.
Just promise me you won't do any voodoo on it.
It doesn't work against your people, bro. You don't believe in it. You just can't kill a cow and shit,
And that's it.
I'll give you I'll throw in some nail clippings.
You been to India?
No.
No?
I've, you know what? At one point in my life, it was a place that I thought that would be cool to go to, but IG has been really fucking me up with that.
Oh, the food. Oh, we were just we kind of went over that.
You know, I enjoy Indian food. A good Indian restaurant is bomb. You know, I like my chicken tikki, chicken tandoori, you know, garlic naan, you know, papadam, you know. I like all of that. You know, but the last one I went to out here, man, man, they was like mean and mad dogging me. Like, I said, can I have a soda? And they didn't even respond. They just drop it down. You know,
Take it. Just take it.
Just take it. Eat and then go. You know, buddy.
Take it and go.
So yeah. But India, no, that street food, man. I mean, it fucks me up, man.
Yeah, I don't want to eat that when I see those videos either, but that's not all it is.
We went to India. Would you try that shit?
Not if someone put their foot in it, but I've eaten Indian street food before.
Yeah?
From India, when I was in India.
How sick did you get?
Delhi.
I mean, we can't really hate on street food that's
Okay,
tacos. They're not using their feet.
The
but,
taco guy has shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you don't know that.
Right.
I can see it most of the times. Like, if
No,
like
what
taco
you guys
guy
call
doesn't
it?
have shoes, I'm not going there, bro.
His chapatos, bro, he probably takes them off, rubs his foot while he's standing behind the thing, and then uses that same hand to fucking
fam.
refry the beans, bro.
You know, like I mean, I've been to Cairo, Egypt, you know, and then that's wild, you know. And they had some, you know, pretty good, you know, street food, but like they would have like the pig, you know, hanging like right in the front of the store, no skin, just hanging there, so the flies, everything can get on
like
there.
that exotic stuff? Because you travel the world. You try anything crazy out of this where you're like,
you know, now I have my limits, you know, but yeah, I would be trying some stuff, you know. I went to Philippines. They wanted me to try what they call balut.
Oh yeah, the egg. The
egg.
Oh, that dude with the bird?
Yeah, it's half. Well, yeah, you can crush. You can when you bite into, you can feel the bones. You crush into that shit, the beak and shit.
Yeah, all of that stuff. They say that's an aphrodisiac.
Yeah, it's a delicate.
How hard do you think it gets you though? Like at that point, I'm like, bro, with stuff like Blue Chew, you know what I mean? I could just take that fucking
Yeah, but
Blue
this
Chew.
was before Blue Chew. This is where like
Okay, then they should
You were
be-
emperor. You were an emperor. You ate that shit. That's a balut right there.
Yeah.
I went to
Okay, you want me to fucking like even then? How stupid were people back then? They're just like, this is the shit that gets you hard, not shit that gives you testosterone.
Yeah, one of the homies.
You eat it?
Hell no. First of all, I don't be dealing with the egg, you know. But I'm definitely not going to eat the egg that still has a baby that's in there that you feel the crunch of the bones and stuff like that. But one of the homies, he did like 3 balutes. Like he was on a mission.
Was he at least fucking that night? Because I'm like, imagine if was just sitting back at the hotel room todo parado
You know,
and shit, bro.
it was
like maniac, bro. Like that shit worked. And he's like, fuck. Like I had 3 of them.
Oh, it was not his first rodeo down there, so he knew exactly what he was doing. He was on a mission. But
I went to this lobster house in Toronto, this like Chinese restaurant, you know, and we got this chicken soup, and it was great. We were all eating it, and after a while, I just opened the pot.
On the mic, fool.
I opened the pot to look in it, and there was a whole ass chicken inside the fucking pot, just boiled with water on top of it.
With feathers?
No, like defeathered.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
it was a whole chicken.
There's a whole ass chicken. Just
Head
fucking-
still on and
yeah,
everything?
just fucking cooking in there.
Did it make you hard?
Just my nipples, you know, because I got
Aye.
terrified.
Aye. Yeah.
Hilarious, right?
Yeah, but they be cooking some weird shit. I mean, I went, remember the first time I went to Ensenada and had some fried chicken, and I was about to eat this part, and my mom said, don't eat that. They fried the actual ass of the chicken.
Oh,
My mom said, don't eat that. Don't eat that. I'm like, why? I was hungry, too. So that's the ass. They had that shit fried up.
just the ring of it.
Yeah.
Look like a little donut.
Yeah,
calamari.
the ring.
This is why I'm not down to try Indian food, because you were like open to it. You're like, what part of it?
No, they had the ring, the wrinkles, the whole thing. You know what I mean?
I mean, Nitty, have you had you've had tripa, right? Tripe.
I don't.
shit's
When I get my
nasty,
I just
dog.
get beef. I get regular beef.
Okay, but would you try tripe?
Chimarrano,
I
dog.
don't like it's too chewy. I don't like that shit.
I hate that shit, bro. I remember
You like
like,
tripe?
what's that one in the stew?
Yeah, you do.
Pozole? No,
No,
what's
it's like-
menudo? The one.
Menudo.
It's just disgusting,
that's
dog. I fucking
stomach.
hate that shit. That shit's like fucking. Oh, the texture, bro. I fucking hate that shit. It's like the tripe. You like tripa?
Mango's
No,
fire too.
no.
Tripa, all that.
No, when I was in living in Argentina,
Fire.
and Saldo, they have the chinchulines, they call it. But that's the chitlins. You know, I couldn't do it. You know,
Too chewy, man.
No, it's too chewy. I
Yeah.
don't like to be like
Oh, man.
feel like I'm chewing like for days before I have to swallow that.
Yeah,
shit.
that's disgusting.
No.
It feels not natural to be eating this.
Like, fool, if I wanted chicle, I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have gum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not going to want to be chewing. Like, I don't like calamari either. I don't fuck with it.
Calamari's pretty good.
It's good, but it
deep-fried
has to-
calamari.
It has to be cooked really good because if you don't, it's gonna be chewy. But like sushi, I don't eat octopus sushi because octopus is chewy
As fuck. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can't do it. Nah, man.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a no for me, Simon. I mean, you know, that's wild. Hey, Bobo, you know, the other day, by the way, congratulations to, you know, you and Cypress Hill for getting that movie, which is going to be available in theaters March 29th and 30th. Go check it out.
thank
Select theaters, you know what I mean? Let's go watch them with Prince Albert Hall with the London Symphony Orchestra.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and I saw it. I was at the premiere. These fucking assholes in the chat room want to talk shit about my tuxedo.
What'd you think about his tux, Bobo?
You know what? I thought your shit was cool, man. I said, okay.
Play your shit, dog.
I was not mad at that. I wasn't mad at it.
I was mad that Tommy didn't say player shit. The one time when I expected him to say it, he did it. And I was like, he was just mad because he couldn't fit in it, dog. We just get on him so much. His Mucinex body shape.
The chat room's been roasting you though, saying that you wanted to be a chambelán. It looks like you're a B-roll
Fools are just all the fools that look, all the fools that say that are just mad that they didn't have homegirls that fucking asked them to be in their quinceañera. You had to be pretty to be in that shit, bro. You know what I mean, dog? Straight up, bro. You had to be good looking for like. Because all the girls got together and they asked their homegirl pretty much, not the equivalent to like, would you fuck him? But like, you think he's cute? You know what I mean? And then that's be like, all right, you partner with them. And then that's how you fucking mingle. I was fucking like 10 quinceañeras, dog. It was the best, dog.
I hated that shit, bro.
I knew where the liquor was in every fucking, limousine we went into. I was like, hold on, I know where the stash is at. Lift up the seat, fucking just take out the liquor bottles. I was getting turned up at 15, 16, dog. Shit was sleep.
Yeah.
You know what a quinceañera is?
Yeah, I just never been to one.
Yeah.
It's like Diwali, dude.
It's like a fucking. It's your guys. What do you call it? It's your bar mitzvah.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, only females.
It's only
get
for
them.
no.
Yeah.
Some dudes have.
Bat
They
mitzvah.
don't, bro.
Bat mitzvah.
It's a certain name.
Yeah, you're pretty lame. You're gay if you get a quinceañera. I ain't gonna lie. If your
Okay.
dad gives you a quinceañera,
What if all you? What if
dad
you?
gives you a quinceañera?
What if the dance is 5 bitches though?
Huh?
What if the fucking dance is like 5 bitches, dog? And you just coming out like the man, dog.
That's lame.
So
Quinceañero.
is it so there is a male equivalent to a quinceañera?
Yeah, mensañero. Quinceañero.
No, it ain't no quinceañero.
Or quinceañera. Yeah.
No. Bat mitzvah? No.
Look, it's called. Look, I asked Google. A quinceañero is the male version
Told
of
you.
a quinceañera.
Yeah, I know.
A
Told
coming
y'all.
of age celebration for a
Come
boy's
on.
15th birthday,
Hey,
mirroring the
let's go.
traditional girls'
y'all.
event.
You know what? You know what a quinceañera was
You're
traditionally?
just mad because you didn't get one.
No. A quinceañera traditionally was when a girl gets her period, she becomes a female, and you can give her away. It's basically saying my daughter is a female now. Men out there with a bunch of cows, who wants to buy my female?
No
My daughter.
mames. You're
So
just
unless-
mad you
so
didn't get
unless
one.
you're
Yeah,
that-
see.
So unless you want a quinceañera where your
That
dad's
shit looks
saying,
like you would be
my son's
partying.
ready
Go back
get
to the
fucked.
picture. Hold on, go back to the picture of the quinceañera. It looks like a place you would be like, woo, what up? I got invited so we don't smoke the
Your
same.
dad- if your parents give you a quinceañera,
Somebody invite him to your fucking cousin's quinceañero and show him how tight it
to
is.
get fucking pounded.
This is I'm today years old and finding out about a quinceañero.
Yeah,
I need to see this.
I knew the whole
Look,
time.
dog. Hold on, look at some of these pictures.
Come on, bro.
Bro, it looks like
Quinceañero.
No,
it
what are
looks
you
like his own
doing?
favorite month at LAFC.
Yeah, look at that.
No, bro. What is that?
Where your dad buys you your first Raptor.
Lame, bro.
Yeah, bro. Your dad buys you your first Raptor.
I could see Ezone, dog. Ezone would have picked for the limo.
I
Hummer.
wouldn't. No, I would.
You would've picked
I
the
would have
limo
wanted
Hummer.
a party, not a quinceañero. But it's just like, don't act like you wouldn't have liked it, Xavier.
No, bro,
They
lame.
tell you that like, hey, we're gonna have your favorite banda come play over here, dog. And your party, you know,
Nah, fool.
you'd be dressed like fucking what's his name, Neat, with the fucking gold ass fucking tuxedo, dog. I know your ass, dog.
Would have loved to come to your quinceañero, bro.
A fucking soccer cake. Yeah, a fucking soccer cake with his favorite fucking team.
Get Bart's making barbecue for everybody in the back.
Right.
We should do that if the comedy show doesn't go down. We're gonna have we don't quinceañero the same. We're all gonna have a quinceañero.
Let's go.
Yeah, dog. That's how it's gonna happen, dog. And it's gonna be one big party, dog. We should get a hall. That's how you know we should fucking do it, dog. And then we podcast.
Who really wants a quinceañera? I was supposed to say, can we get a hall?
I told you guys
want a
there was
limo Hummer too?
quinceañeros,
While you
bro.
at it?
It's real.
Dog, we podcast instead of the whole. We podcast.
Okay.
We get a table and then we podcast.
He's thinking
People
big,
buy
bro.
fucking tickets. You know, dog. It's
Are you gonna do the vals?
I mean, we all gotta get fly though.
You're gonna do the vals? You're gonna be the main one?
We all
gotta
gotta
pick you up?
we all gotta have our
Well,
moves.
now that you lost weight, we can pick you up, dog.
Well, first of all,
Easy,
it's
bro.
not a bar
We can
mitzvah,
pick you up.
fool. Nobody needs to go up. You know what I mean?
Put him on a
vals.
chair?
You
No.
pick him up when
You're gonna come out to Chayanne.
No, we get a giant tortilla and we make you a taco.
We gotta do some kind
That's
of.
what you guys do at quinceañeros.
Put it as a poll in the chat room. Would people like to see a we don't quinceañero the same and we're all having it, but we make a
Sure
podcast?
would.
Oh.
That shit would be lit though. It would be like the Eric Andre party.
Would you play the drums there?
Dog.
If we had a quinceañero, would you play the drums? Would you play at our
You know what?
quinceañero?
Since I'm in on this idea, yeah, I would.
Yeah, let's go.
Since I'm here, yeah. All right.
Let's go.
See, dog. I think we all deserve a quinceañero, dog.
Have you ever been offered a lame gig where you're like, I can't believe they like something like that where someone's like, can you do my quinceañera? And you're like, do you know who I am? Like, do you know where I played before?
You know, there was one time that, there was someone that said, yo, can you play my quinceañera? Could you maybe get the guys to come and you can do something like, damn, what are we supposed to do? Like 15 minutes real quick, all the hits, like,
Did they even offer a pretty penny? And you're like, I see you trying.
They just couldn't do it. They said, could you do it? We're big fans, we're big fans and, we love it, if you could do it, do it for the fans, do it for us. Like, no, that's a big no. No.
Bro, somebody said I'm gonna give you away at the quinceañero.
People would go.
Did your sister have one?
I guarantee we would sell that shit out more than the
People
comedy
will
show.
go. People will go just to see this,
Never been done. We gotta get on it, bro. I'm gonna talk to. If anybody has a connection with the salon, dog, let's get tap in.
Yeah, let us know where we can get those suits.
As long as we, dog, I already
Right
know the
down.
spot.
Oh, sick.
This all started from them making fun of my suit. Now we're all gonna have to fucking wear one, all right?
We have to get like the proper quinceañero suit like that kid was wearing.
That's a mariachi suit, fool. We're not
Oh,
wearing
shit.
that, all right? Like,
I thought it was an official quinceañero
like
suit.
everybody gets to choose their own shit, but I think it could be the biggest fucking.
Did your brother get a quinceañero?
No, fool. He's gay. He's
That's
not
why I
Mexican
asked.
like that, bro. Like,
He would get a quinceañera.
yeah, bro.
My sister
Quinceañero is for the boys, bro. Why
My
don't you
sister
get
wanted
that?
one so bad, but they gave her an ultimatum. Quinceañera
Papers
or car.
or fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Is it papers or fucking quinceañera?
Quinceañera or quinceañera?
Yeah, it was quinceañera.
Quinceañera or papeles?
Do you want to be like X or do you want to fucking go to vacation with us? That sucks, man.
I would take the car too.
Yeah, I mean, it's one day versus now you got a car. It's one big day for you. Whoop de whoop.
One big day.
Did you
or
get money
car.
that day too?
Not enough to buy a car.
I don't know, dog. I've been
bro,
I've been in
your
so
tíos-
many
bro, your
quinceañeras, dog. And at the end, I've stayed at the end because I've always been cool with the families that I was at the
Your
dog.
most
And
you're
I've
getting is
seen them
20
count
bucks.
some,
The
bro.
most you're getting is $20 from your uncle. 100.
Dog, if you're
100
okay,
for the
look,
cool ones.
you gotta do the math. If you're doing it at a salon, fool, everybody gives you an envelope because ain't nobody knows what the fuck it is, fool. It's usually open bars, so you feel like, I have to give something.
I went to quinceañera.
Guess how much I've seen some chick fucking count up at the end of a quinceañera? It was like 7 bands, dog.
Let's do a quinceañero, bro.
Like, we're not
He's
doing. We don't
convinced.
smoke the same comedy show no more. We're doing quinceañero.
Bro, cause think about it, bro. And then if we do a waltz, dog, because they have to pay for that too, because they do it at they put the fucking money, dog. This is a brilliant idea,
So,
dog.
see, you could do it and just organize the whole thing, put the whole program together.
Yeah, we can
when
make-
they're gonna do dance and when they're gonna do this, that, whatever. Just put the whole program together and then that's the package.
We can
Sell
make
the
Be
package.
Real the father. You know, who's giving his boys
Yeah,
the
he can
quinceañero.
do
Gonna
it.
give you away. Be real's gonna give you away to the fans.
Hey, but look, you say it sounds like a crazy lame idea, but I guarantee you, once it's sold out, everybody's gonna want to go. If you do it professional and all legit.
Actually, you and me become his adopted kids, man. Actually, I
know,
mean, he's
I
on this
think
real
it's-
kid. He has to give us all away for the
I think
quinceañero.
it's a great idea. I think it's.
Bobo
a
will
great
play the
idea.
drums.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll play all the drums.
It would be the fucking most epic fucking thing. All we need is a salon that's down and let us smoke. If a salon's down and let us smoke and then we book that shit, We sell tickets to that shit, bro. People would
You gotta
fucking
grease
go.
them up a little bit, you know, give them some chiclets. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Handle that, right?
That's the recuerdos are gonna be made by chiclets, bro.
Man, they are not gonna be mad at
Yeah,
you.
dog.
Yo, you know DJ Pass is gonna be the padrino.
Yeah, dog.
Yo, they're gonna say, you want to do this every month? You know what I mean? Come on, man.
Yeah, Salon's not gonna. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck is this kind of shit?" They'll be like, 3 people, todos son marihuanos. They're gonna be like, they paid for the smoking fee.
Rock's gonna make guacamole.
Yeah, yeah, it would be sick, bro. I'm telling you, it's not a bad idea. I'm gonna look into the I mean, it sounds hilarious as fuck, but it comes from an idea that just shooting the shit. But I think people would fucking be stoked about it, and I think the chat, the 73 votes. 70% says yes. 30% says no. Hating, dog.
Come on, they don't want us to have a quinceañero. They're
you-
mad because they don't
yeah.
get one.
But you know what?
Jealous.
But you know what you can get? 3 of you guys can get a We Don't Smoke the Same prize pack, which includes 1 Chiclets hash hole for each. So make sure you guys super chat and get
Some tinfoil
entered.
hat stuff too. I gave Sam.
Oh, yeah, so it's a prize pack. You get a variety of things,
Trust
but
me. Come on, Swarm.
just the hash
Super
hole in
chat.
itself is worth it for you motherfuckers to really be on that shit. And if you guys want to get more Chiclets, what is it? And a couple other brands. What is it available on the secret menu? Just join the Patreon. I've been adding members every week, so just inquire about that shit. Hey, Bobo, I met one of your friends, and you guys were childhood friends, right?
Yeah.
What's his name?
His name is Craig.
Craig. So I met Craig, right? And he was telling me, he's like, yeah, man, he's like, I was there. This instant. Does everybody know who Gary Coleman is?
Yeah.
You know, the little negrito?
What you talking about?
Yeah. So Bobo went to school with him.
No way.
Yeah.
Did he
kid.
used to say what you talking about to you?
No.
Bro, he has a vendetta against him, bro. Let them tell it. You guys don't know this story,
I would
bro.
love to hear it.
You're not cool with Gary Coleman.
Dog, listen.
Let's go. I heard he's a dick.
Rest in peace, Gary. I'll see you when I get there and fuck you up. All right, I'll make this brief, but yeah,
Give us the fat.
yeah, but this is what happened. This is a time that he was off. There was like some actor strike, so he comes over to my school, and he's in a grade above me. But what happens is that we all like outside recess, and then we're all playing and shit. So a few of us, we would put like water in our mouth, and I pretend like we're gonna spit it out at you, but we wasn't. So we're all playing, and Gary's playing too, and chasing each other, whatever. And then I go and I put some water in my mouth, and I go up to Gary, and I'm like going to spit out this water, but I don't, And then I go ahead and I do it again, and then this motherfucker, he says, "Come here." Now, he was already short, you know what I mean? I was just saying, he said, "Come here." And so then I'm like I couldn't hear him. I could have heard him, but then I bend over a little bit, like to get closer to him. And he says, "That's not funny." And he proceeds to slap the shit out of me.
Oh, shit. Will Smith style?
Pow! Yes.
Oh,
Damn.
shit.
Now,
Was it hard? Did it hurt? Did he have like strong?
Will
midget
Smith
hands?
slap fucking
You're
hurt.
more surprised. You're more like, that did not just go down.
that was me. Now, back then in grade school, I used to fight a lot. Borderline bully shit. So I used to fight a lot. So I could not believe that, I just got slapped. So I'm just like looking at him like,
And do you beat up? Did you go through morally? Like, do you beat up a midget?
oh man. So then he then proceeds to say it again. "That's not funny." Pow! Slaps me a second time.
Damn.
Damn.
This time, I fucking feel like my friends are like, "Oh shit!" And this motherfucker then proceeds to like run. I'm looking at the trash can because I'm wanting to grab him. I grab him, but then he gets out and then he starts to run because I'm gonna grab him and I'm gonna put him in the trash can. So I'm fucking running after him, and he's fucking trying to weave and dodge. He's scared for his life. The teacher's like, Eric, no, no. Don't hurt him. He's a star. Don't hurt him. No, Eric.
He was a star then too.
Yeah, bro, he's like childhood star.
Different strokes was going on during this time.
In your school?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
during this time. So he was hot. He was hot. And that motherfucker was running, and they had to chase after me and kind of grab me, and I'm fucking trying to get at him. And they're trying to keep him safe because they knew I was gonna fuck him up. You know, he had a dialysis kidney condition. You know, I swear to God, I was gonna fuck him up. I was gonna put him down. So I didn't get suspended or anything like that, but they kept us away from each other. And that fool then, like some months later, invited us all to go watch a thing of Different Strokes, a taping. He said hi to everybody except for me.
Damn.
Because he knew I had it out for him. So I never forgot that. So I've been telling this story a lot. And of course it sounds like, you making this shit up. But I'm glad that, I'm still friends with my guy that I've known since I'm 6 years old. And every time that he comes around, he comes to an event, I go to somebody like, yo, you know the story about Gary Coleman that I always say? He was there. So at the premiere, he came and I saw E-Zone. And I said, yo, E, it's my friend Craig. Know the story about Gary Coleman? He was there. He saw it. And all of a sudden, E-Zone's attention just went to Craig. He said, okay, now I got a lot to ask you. Like, what really went down?
Cause he had to be fast, bro. He wasn't like that stubby kind of midget. He had to be that fast, you know.
He was like just a little one.
Just a little one. Yeah, get close to the mic, Nitty. Come on, bro.
Sorry, he was just a little guy, you know.
Yo, what are you doing if a midget double strikes you?
Fool, I could run fast, dog. I'm definitely going after that.
But okay, once you getting him, is it you double slapping him? You like holding him like say uncle? Like you have really? I would just say uncle.
You have to restrain him like this. But if he starts kicking, I'm dunking him somewhere.
But it's because you came down at his level. So you gave him the advantage.
I gave him the advantage. I didn't need to.
Yeah.
But me.
You were being a bully.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You know, and so then I says, yeah, what is it? Like, I thought he was trying to tell me something, but I should have known by the way he said, come here.
Cause fool, if you're bigger, like let's just say a midget is like a midget like kicks me or does something like he's trying to square up, right? And like he won't contain himself. But like I have to dunk him somewhere because if I just throw him in the concrete, he could die. You know what I'm saying? like he's a little like he could just wiggle and then he's just gonna hit the floor and then like that's it for him, dog. Cause he you know what I mean? Like the hands are not like they're not gonna be able to cover his whole head. Like you're gonna pretty much attempted murder at that point. But you have to like dunk him somewhere. Either throw him in the grass, a dumpster. Like if you're near an ocean or near a body of water. You know what I mean?
You can't swim.
You gotta put him onto like a fence.
They float.
Oh man,
Hang
yeah.
him off something.
Oh man, I'm
like a coat hanger. Yeah.
No, I knew
From his wedgie.
I knew the trash can that I was trying to throw him in. I was gonna put him in there.
And back then it was those silver tin ones.
Yeah.
Do a wrestling move on them.
And then the thing was like, all right, like last year we're out in Chicago, right? Cypress, and we just finished coming from a restaurant. We're outside smoking, and we look up, and there's a billboard, big ass billboard, because there's a documentary on Gary Coleman, and it says Gary, and it has his face, and he's like this, and he has that face, and I says, that's it. That's the fucking face that he gave me when he slapped me.
That
was
smug.
it. Fuck him. He said, you gonna watch the documentary? I know the story. I know what happened.
But so since he became super famous and you went through entertainment industry and were famous yourself, you never met him through your career again? You guys never had an interaction?
I would have loved to, but no, I didn't. No.
Damn.
No. I mean, he
probably knew because he obviously
was kind of going down the decline, and I was on the incline, so we didn't meet.
How did his career end?
Well, that shit was sad.
Right? It was bad, right? Remember they caught him like at a grocery store or some shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, his thing, like, he could never escape, him being, the Different Strokes kid. What you talking about with us? He wanted to do like shit. He wanted to be a villain. He wanted to play a cop. He wanted to do all this stuff, this serious roles, but no one would take him fucking seriously. Look at you, man. Look at you. Come on. Can you look yourself in the mirror? Do you really think
you can't put him in the lead role like that?
you can't?
Yeah.
And he wasn't able to look at himself and say, you know what? What you talking about, Gary? I'm not gonna be able to do this. You know what I mean? And nobody fucking told him. Nobody told him, like, yo, Gary, maybe you should think about something else because no one is going to put you in the lead role with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Gary Coleman. It's not going to happen.
They should make a movie casted with all midgets and make him the lead midget.
There is one. It's called Little People. There is one, bro. It's with Matthew McConaughey.
No, bro. The best.
What is it? No, Tiptoes. Yeah, sorry. It's called Tiptoes, yeah.
I mean, he could have been. They could have cast him in the Willy Wonka thing. He could have been Oompa Loompa.
Yeah.
All right,
a black Oompa Loompa, break barriers.
Break barriers. There you go.
The best.
Was there a black Oompa Loompa? Because I never really, because even with the makeup, you'd kind of be like, damn, bro, like, come on, this was a little bit darker than the other ones, you know?
Oompa Loompa
you'd be able to tell.
He'd be an Oompa Loompa with a little extra rhythm.
Yeah.
The best midget character.
Breakdancing.
The best midget character is the one on Game of Thrones.
On Game of Thrones?
You ever seen Game of Thrones? That midget.
Lannister's
got a knife. Like he's a prince.
But he's a one of a kind midget though, fool. Like that, like not
That's
every
what I said. That's what I said. Very rarely do they give you a cool fucking like. Yeah, he gets down. Like they give him some parts where he actually kills people. That's what I'm saying.
He's
Very
a great
rarely
theater actor.
do they make a midget a cool fucking part.
Like for
Right.
example, you can't cast him in like he can't be a superhero. You know what I mean? Like a midget like Gary Coleman. You can't. Nobody would buy it, bro. People.
Well,
would just
Marvel
go,
is giving superheroes to anybody, dog. You give me 5 minutes, there will be a midget Marvel character, and we're gonna have to go watch it.
Ant-Man was not a midget.
You're gonna come back where I got cup holders for the midget superhero on whatnot.
tiny cups.
The little Stanley Cup.
He ran. He did run a little fast, but he did run funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know how that would play in the superhero role. Like, oh
Yeah, like
man,
you want to see the Equalizer instead of Denzel? It's fucking Gary Coleman. It's not gonna work, bro.
it's not gonna work. So
he's a midget.
So that's what happened. He tried. And then he got married, and then there was like spousal abuse. That I don't know if she beat him up.
And he slapped her like he slapped you.
She beat him up. She gets a random text from you.
She was like, "That's not funny. That's not funny. That's not how you make a sandwich."
Somebody got him. Somebody got him back.
Yeah.
Somebody got him
You knew
back.
what happened.
He knew what the fuck was happening.
Can't be a dick to everybody.
Yeah, but he was an asshole, though. He was really like known to be hard to deal with.
You think his wife was like, "I'm bigger than you, Gary. Fuck you."
Oh, yeah,
She's just picking on him. It's like, you can't talk to me like that. You put that fool in the closet.
Yo, have you seen the footage when he was on The View? And when she asked him, like one of the chicks asked him something about his wife, and he basically told her, "Fuck you" on the air, and like, I don't like you, and I don't have to be here, and fuck all of you. Whoopi's on there, and if you Gary, no, Gary, no.
What did they ask him?
Man, I mean,
About his wife, fool.
no, about his wife.
About beating him.
No, it's just like he didn't like talking about that shit, bro.
He didn't like talking about it, so they asked him about it, and he got fucking mad. He got a fucking hissy fit and fuck you and fuck this, and I don't need to deal with this, and I don't like you, and all this stuff, and I'm gone.
That's not funny.
And this not funny, and I'm gone. Fuck all of you.
Because you're not like, bro. I mean, you're a cool midget, but like.
I remember The Simpsons made fun of him.
But yeah, bro. He was
That's
like,
Mr. President.
Yeah.
Bart,
So
the phone's not
I
even
gotta
plugged
ask
in.
you, how did the school treat him? Because he's a celebrity. How do teachers talk about him? What's the rundown with someone like that?
Everybody was on the nuts, because he's fucking the star. Oh my God, we got Gary Coleman. Like, all right, now my school, it's a private school. I went to school with like one of Ray Charles's daughters, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's daughter, Richard Pryor's daughter. They were all there. But Gary Coleman came for like 3 months because it was an actor strike. So everybody was like, "Oh my God, Gary Coleman!" All the girls would always be around him. He probably had,
they wanted still.
they wanted.
They were all his size at that
They're
age,
called
fool.
groupies.
So it's like, oh my God, Gary. So we, as the boys, we were like, okay, well, we'll be cool with you. It's no problem. We wasn't hating, But then he slapped me in the face, and that ended. You know what I mean?
That's pretty cool to have a story like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool to have a story like that. That you're.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, man. It's kind of crazy that all happened. I would have never thought. 'Cause I used to watch Different Strokes.
Yeah.
I mean, I was cool. I thought that he would be a cooler kid. But he was an asshole.
He sounds like, don't call
Hey
him
man,
kid, he's a midget.
if that never happened, then you probably wouldn't be here right now, man. So it needed to happen.
No, that's
bro.
not what the event that led up to. Yeah, Nitty, that's not. Yeah.
I'm like, that had nothing to do with nothing to do with this.
It changed everything that day, bro.
Were you bowling with your head yesterday? How did you fucking put that together? I'm like, yo, his drumming fucking brought him here, bro. Like, what's crazy? You used to, you were playing. I think I remember hearing you say that you played drums with Tito Puente when you were young, like 3.
Yeah. I played. I would jam with him a lot when he would come into town. When my pops passed, I was 15. I did a few shows with him, like even featured, like Playboy Jazz Festival, Monterey Jazz Festival, few clubs and stuff like that. He would invite me on, and we do a jam and kind of a little timbale duel thing.
Was he a cool guy?
He was real cool. He was good friends with my dad. My dad started out with him when my dad was like 20 years old, 20 to like 24, 25. Damn. So a lot of like the original songs like Oye Como Va and all that stuff, my dad was on all the original versions of that. So he was mad cool. Always mad cool. Gave me love.
So he kind of was like that uncle love type of shit.
Yeah, he kind of like showed me the ropes in a way like my dad did. Like, only time that I really saw him was at a show, but that was my school right there. I had that song and that whole show to kind of listen and learn.
He was a pretty epic guy, man, in the genre. You know what I mean? Like very passionate. I've seen a lot of videos of him in the past. You just see that he's just everything is being, because jazz is one of those genres where you can visually see the music, the passion in the music, like because it's mostly instrument driven. So like you can't make a bland face and play an instrument, and like I've never seen anybody just do that, because you're feeling the music while you're making it at the same time. So it's an experience. You're just seeing expression up there, and he was just one of those people it was like seeing like Pavarotti whenever he sang. Like you didn't even have to like that shit. You're just like, damn, respect, bro.
Yeah, you had to give the stank face when it feels good. You got to give the stank face. And his music was very rhythmical. He was incredible writer, composer, percussionist. He played different instruments. He was the man.
Did you ever meet Celia Cruz?
Yes.
Damn, that is fucking legendary.
Saw her
How did
perform.
that happen? Like your dad?
My dad, my dad was in the circle back then in them days. Everybody was hanging out, So when they would come into town, sometimes we would go out and see them perform and see Celia.
What about Sammy Davis?
I never saw Sammy Davis.
But your dad know him?
Yeah.
Damn, that is epic, bro. That's Rat Pack shit, bro. Like that is some epic shit, because that fool, for a black fool, that fool was like the black fool to be at that time, bro. Like he was hanging out with Sinatra. I don't know if he was his sidekick, but like he was pretty much his right hand man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
man.
that shit was fucking
This might
wild.
be a long shot, but what about Selena?
I did not meet Selena. No. I went to a statue though. I was like, yo, I need to see the Selena statue over there at Corpus Christi. And I went up there like, this looks nothing like her. You know what I mean?
It's hard to get.
It's hard
beauty.
to, but yeah, it was cool to see. But
They never get statues down, bro. Like even like the Wax Museum. I think the one that I did see like in Vegas, and I was like, the Ice Cube statue looks pretty on point. Yeah, that was the only one. I was like, I was like, after seeing them, I was like, that one was pretty on point, because they have a few outside of display. Remember that you see to entice you to get in there.
We're like, which one's Post Malone?
Yeah, they have a really crazy Post Malone one. They have like a comparison. It is fucking wild out there. So you've been, I mean, who are some of the like on the jazz side? Because I know from hip hop, you damn near, I mean, it's a circle of legends that come around, and we'll eventually see them around here. But like people like Celia Cruz and like Tito Puente, who else were some of the like crazy like icons that you met because of your career, like or your dad?
I mean, Miles Davis.
Wow.
You know, a lot of the dudes that got sampled and became like
Stevie Wonder.
Damn,
that is fucking legendary, bro.
I remember he was.
Is he really blind?
He was sitting down watching a softball game. You know.
See what I mean?
See, that doesn't make no sense.
No.
He was there, and I was sitting like right in front of him.
You knew the score? Did you know the score?
Man, I asked him. And you tell me, Stevie. Oh, I do have a crazy story. I used to do a lot of I had a Latin jazz band, and I would play in different clubs and whatnot. And I did stuff like played the 1986 Playmate of the Year party at the Playboy Mansion.
Nice.
And
wear pajamas when you go?
Huh?
No,
I didn't see pajamas. I didn't have any pajamas on me. I didn't know what to expect. I did see naked women in the grotto, but yeah. But I met this guy, he was an actor named Ed Begley Jr. And he somehow recommends me to do this party. It winds up being Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia, her birthday party.
Damn.
This is at her house.
Damn.
So I go to meet, get all the
Millennium
particulars
Falcon.
and everything like that. Now, at this party, this was star-studded now. It was Jack Nicholson. It was Steve Martin. And who comes out of the fucking big-ass limo? Rick James and the Mary Jane Girls. And he was going out with Catherine Bach, who was Daisy Duke from Dukes of Hazzard. So that's who he came in with. And the minute he came out of the limo, he said, all right, well, where the music at? Rick James. So we're all like at a table, and he said, all right, I want some cake. I mean, I'm sitting down there with my brother. It was Rick James, fucking Mary Jane Girls, Jack Nicholson, Steve Martin. I mean, this is crazy. I'm looking at my brother like, what the fuck is going on? And he says to one of the Mary Jane Girls, you want to try this cake? And she says, no, I don't want to. He said, try the motherfucking cake. She ate that shit. I'm looking at him, bro, like, oh, shit, Rick. And he says, I don't drink. I'm drinking milk now. I'm just drinking milk. He just was drinking milk the whole night. I don't know why. He's like, he was off of his alcohol. I don't know what was on. He was smoking, but he was drinking fucking milk, But yeah, Rick was wilding at that party. He was really wilding, and my band we were the entertainment. So it was kind of crazy to do shit like that.
That's cool. You got to do a lot of parties.
Seeing Rick James wild out like that,
That's
though,
pretty
like,
cool.
like fucking say, imagine every couch, every house, fuck this couch.
Rick James, bitch.
I was like 18, 19.
Cool. You got to do a lot of celebrity parties.
I did some. But it was like the thing of like, doing the festivals or doing the jazz clubs and shit like that.
Was there ever a party where you're just like, all right, this is getting into some Hollywood
Let's just
shit
say
that
it.
ain't for
Like
me?
Some Diddy shit. Like, were you ever like, yo, I gotta leave? This
No.
ain't this. I gotta dip out. It's getting weird.
I mean,
Okay, but the Diddy shit is way too much, bro. I'm not expecting him to be
That's
at a
how it
party.
starts. No, that's
He's
how-
playing a quartet and he's like, what's up? The baby O's here. Like, you can't just.
You'll never know.
Who was the Diddy before Diddy in your era?
How would he know?
I mean, you probably know.
I mean, no. The thing is that if
hear
there was gonna be somebody, it was gonna be Hugh Hefner probably. I mean, Hugh Hefner at those days, he had the Playboy Jazz Festival, Playboy Club in Century City. I had a card. I was a member, even though I was underage. But when sometimes I will play there, I will perform there, and yeah. I mean, he had that shit going on all the time. So I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but it wasn't
How
like
cool was
G-rated.
Hugh?
Oh, he was mad cool. He was always cool with me.
Everyone says he was cool.
He was mad cool.
He always had a girl on his side, eh?
Yeah. And when we do like the jazz festival and he would be sitting in the front, I'd always like say, hey, what's up to him? And he would like, yo, come in, you can sit with me for a minute. And sometimes like they're chilling. So I got pictures with Levner as a kid.
You ever met a president?
No.
No. I would have thought because jazz is very like it's something that it's played in the White House a lot. I hear that they have like trios and shit like there a lot for any kind of entertainment because it's very light and clean.
Yeah. No president, not yet.
When did you meet Hugh? Did he already have? Was he already losing his hearing?
Oh no, he was not all the way gray yet.
Probably,
he was losing his hearing from taking like a bunch of Viagra. That's a side effect.
You can lose your hearing from taking Viagra.
Bro. Yeah, if you take a lot of Viagra, that's a side effect.
But
Viagra doesn't want you.
But it's kind of worth. It's kind of worth losing your hearing, though, bro.
Yeah, you don't have to listen to your wife anymore. You just blame it on the Viagra.
Yeah.
You can't hear me.
I'm hard and I can't hear you.
Yeah. Want me to be hard? I can't hear you.
I'm hard of hearing.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win, dog. You get boners, you don't get to hear no more.
You can bitch all you want.
I can't hear you. Well, look at the side effects.
Yeah, you're hard and you can't hear her telling you she's not going to suck your dick.
No. Amazing.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
But yeah, he was mad cool though. Mad cool.
Yeah.
Who's the one person you've ran into out of like all your years of touring that is definitely like the wild card? Where you're just like, all right, this person is an animal when it comes to their party lifestyle, like, or he could party the hardest.
Oh man.
I know you partied in your day.
Oh yeah. When I was recording with the Black Crowes, that was kind of crazy because they had like a table, like a little table, and they got these bean bags, and in the middle of the table there was like a mountain of blow, like a Matterhorn, like in Disneyland, like the Matterhorn. And
imagine like just one big iceberg.
And it's just like right there. He had like there was one of the ISO rooms that had a box of whippets, weed. He was always telling me, yo.
He's on smiling over there.
Sounds like a good time, dog.
Yo, whippets, mushrooms. I mean, this is some real rock and roll shit. And every time I would walk by the table with the cocaine, and after a while, Chris Robinson, the lead singer, said, I noticed, Bobo, that you ain't going over there to the mountain. You don't like that? I says, no, I do everything else but. So that's when the whippets came out and everything, and the shrooms and everything like that. I get so messed up, I fall asleep. We wouldn't start recording till like 1 a.m. So he'd like wake me up. All right, it's time to record. I'd be fucked up. He wouldn't leave there till like 6 a.m. But he would be bringing these stars and like Dan Aykroyd and shit like that. And he would say, yo, man, you should call them Cypress boys to come on down to the studio. I got good weed too.
Did they ever go?
Yeah, I called Sen. I said, yo, I called B. I'm like, you guys need to come down here. You need to check this shit out. This is some real shit. So they both came at different times. One time Sendog came, one time B-Real came. And it was a smoke fest right there.
Sounds like a fucking dope ass fucking studio session right there.
Oh man, that was a month of being in there in the studio. And then just to have that record, them scrap the record.
What? So it never got released?
Eventually it did. But we had to record a whole new album. That became their third record, Amorica. But yeah, he did a whole record, mixed, mastered, and everything. And he says, you know what? We're scrapping this and we're going to start again from scratch.
What did they not like with it?
Well, Chris Robinson, he was producing the record, and he wasn't really a producer. He was using a lot of drugs, and the shit just sounded...
It wasn't.
It wasn't, his direction was just not there. We had to bring in somebody else that knew what they were doing as far as that. But yeah, I mean, when they released it, I mean, it's out, and people dig it, But yeah, some wild shit.
That's so crazy. Back then it was just different with no cameras all the time and like.
Yeah, and then it was crazy because at the end of that recording of that record, he had a big party in the studio, and that was the most hippie shit that I've ever like experienced.
Yeah.
Like, he just came out, kept on coming out the pockets with this mushrooms, just putting it in people's mouths, and here's a joint here, film crew, and all of this shit. And I don't know if that ever came out. I saw a little bit of it, and it was wild. It was wild.
That was the craziest sessions you've been part of and shit?
Like some that I remember. You know, I mean, I've had a lot of cool sessions. I don't, being in the studio with a group longer than like a day. It's only been like a few, like Beastie Boys, Cypress, Black Crows, Gnarls Barkley, people like that. But it was been more like the experiences on the road, like my experience with like Lauryn Hill, for example.
That's cool.
That's epic right there.
Yeah. That's,
How'd you meet her?
Well, we were on tour with the Fugees during the Smoking Grooves.
Sick.
And it was my birthday, and we were in Colorado playing Red Rocks. Kenji was with us. Kenji was my drum tech for many years.
Your drum tech?
He was my drum tech.
Damn. I did not know that. I just thought he was like doing something like doing what Trace did.
No, he was my drum tech for about, a number of years. And then we were fucked up. I was on shrooms. He was on shrooms. I said, yo, could you know where the bathroom's at? I need to go to the bathroom. So stumble up to the bathroom. I had to climb up some stairs, find this bathroom, and then it's locked. But I keep knocking on the door, like, open up the door. I keep on knocking. Finally, the door opens up. Who is it? It's Lauryn Hill.
Damn.
She looks at me, I look at her, and she just smiles, and then she leaves. That's it. And I walk in. This woman blew that bathroom up. And I was on shrooms. So your senses are a little heightened, you know what I mean? You see things a little different. The smells things, Yeah. And I walk in there, and Kenji was right there next to me. Kenji can tell this story too. We open up the door. He goes like this.
Damn.
And then I yell out, "Ooh, wait, L Boogie up in here. God damn." And she's walking down the hall.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So then the last time that I saw Lauryn Hill, she's getting off this ferry boat with the band and everything, and I'm on the side. We lock eyes. Like, you remember. I remember. You remember. You remember.
How good were the
sure
shrooms?
remembers.
How good were the shrooms? Could you smell what she ate?
She probably farts in tune.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh, man. It was like, man, I smelled lunch and dinner. That shit was rough. Everybody got to go and do their thing, but damn, L Boogie. That's why I can't call her Miss Lauryn Hill. That's not going to happen. Not after that. That's not after that.
Miss Hill? Never gonna happen?
No. We've gone past that.
It's just Hill?
No.
Just Hill?
Lauren.
What's up, Hill? See you later, Hill.
All right. I think it's time to get into the super chats before we get into that time of the hour. Some of you guys have been going crazy on the super chats. Salute to you guys. 3 of you guys will get a We Don't Smoke the Same prize pack, which that includes 1 hash roll each by Chiclets. Make sure you guys follow them and tag them when you guys get your prize pack like you guys have. I've been reposting everything. Let's keep it going. The first one, Browsy, of course, says, "What's good? Same team."
Same team, baby.
Same team. The next one comes from Rolando Valenzuela. Says, "What up, homies?"
What's up?
What's up, dog? What are you up to, dog? Next one comes from Matt. He says, "God bless all the fam." Thank you, man. Blessings back to you. Next one comes from California Alert 1 Knock. Yee, big ups, Bobo. I listen to you every day on the Dr. Green Thumb show.
All right. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for the support.
They be watching, dog.
Yeah. Every day.
Every day. Even when you're not on there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not on there every day, but
Yeah, right?
I'm glad you watch it every day and see me.
The next one comes from Matt. Says, first and foremost, shout out to E-Zone. Salute to you, bro. This man deserves his flowers. Thank you for that, bro. Salute, homie. I didn't make that up, Bixie. That's what he wrote.
No, I'm laughing because someone wrote Shit Hill.
Oh,
I was like, this motherfucker thinks I wrote it.
Nah, boy. Let's not get this fool's comment.
Next one comes from Vinnie Mac. Rock with the beats. Buttons never stood a chance.
Yeesh. Rocky goes hard.
Rock will injure a girl finger bang here.
Oh, yeah, bro. Yeah. He should come with the warning.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Watch this video before I finger bang you. You sure you want it?
Twisting her
warning.
nipples, trying to change the fucking.
You should try to register your
Knobs.
fingers as weapons.
I should.
Cautionary, put a little fucking cautionary tale on there, bro. Little caution sign. Don't hurt nobody.
They're the ones that should be signing your keyboard or whatever that is. NPC should be the girls you finger bang. Here, can you sign this blue real fast?
Imagine how mad he would get if like he leaves that shit at home and he hires a cleaning lady and she wipes it off with alcohol.
Wow.
Oh, dog, that happened to me when I hired that cleaning lady. I don't want to call her a stupid bitch, but low key, this fucking stupid bitch threw away the tips. She was trying to be nice and clean my ashtray, and she just threw them away. And I was like, kind of like,
Sorry, Mr. XG.
yeah, bro. And like,
Sorry.
you're just like,
It smells no good.
bro. And I'm like in the trash can looking for these fools.
Yeah, imagine you had put in like imagine you had like cleaned up like a dog shit and then you're like, oh,
Bro.
Sorry,
Oh, man.
Mr. XG.
Yeah, they do shit like that. Like they'll snort your coke
It's
too.
no good.
you gotta hire. You gotta.
Take a little bit, right?
Yeah, take a little bit of your coke. Like,
Yeah.
Have you ever left? Remember in my partying days? I remember I've left the line and I wrote for you and the fucking thing, and then it was gone when I came back. I don't know if they did it or they wiped it down, but
I've been at a hotel where we leave the sack because it's like.
it was
everyone-
clean though. They probably did it or they disposed of it.
No, but I think they stole ours. I was at EDC. Everyone
Yeah.
pitches in on
For
it.
sure stole
So
it.
we put it kind of like you said, not
Yeah.
that big, but a little
Right,
mountain.
yeah.
And we go party, and then we come back, and there's a good amount missing. And like everyone pitched in on it, so why would you do that?
Right, exactly.
So at that point, I'm like, damn, they might have got us. Like
Yeah.
just pinched it, they sell it on the side.
Yeah.
And what are you gonna do? Call the front desk? Hey, I left some coke here. It looked like it. No, you're
Yeah.
just like.
Yeah.
Sat there. I was like, from now on, we don't leave it looking like Scarface no more. We
No.
put it the fuck
You
away.
had to
Put it in the
away.
safe, fool.
You had to
Yeah,
put
I
it
didn't think
away.
about that. We thought we were all cool.
Trying to flex on the cleaning people.
Yeah, the
Shut
cleaning
up. Yeah,
people
I
are
know,
doing
like idiots.
They're doing blow and just cleaning fucking rooms really fast.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, you helped them out get home earlier that day.
We got lucky they didn't take the whole thing because we were going to do it. And they
No, no, Mr. XG. We didn't find
You
no
can't-
cocaine.
No, you can't be at EDC and not, be partying like
The
that.
house always wins, dog. Next one comes from Matt. Shout out to E-Zone Smoking LA hat, Dodgers edition from last year. Salute. Yeah, go get you that. And I also have the Japanese one. Make sure you guys go get those on the website. A lot of dope stuff. And we'll have some of the stuff at Upscale Sesh this weekend. That motherfucker says Bobo at the table, strong.
Strong.
Salute. Next one comes from DJ Paz. He says, Eep.
Eat, motherfucker.
Next one comes from Albert Banda. Says, Dude, yesterday it was so funny. We went bowling. Every time Bart's bowled, I was like,
Oh, he was there too?
I was like, remember when you fucked up the set? And he was terrible at bowling.
He's not good?
You know what, though? When I would go up to him, I says, yo, who's your arch nemesis? That Alan Perry guy? Imagine you see him in the middle of the pins. What are you going to do? And he damn near got a strike.
I'm about to
Says,
say,
He
isn't
took a bite out of the bowling ball.
it a lot about like weight? Like how much weight you can put behind it in a little bit?
Yeah,
'Cause-
yeah. I
Heavier the
mean,
ball. As soon as I switched over to a heavy ball, because Trace told me to, I got 5 strikes in a row.
yeah, that's what I was doing using my 12. I mean, because my ball is like 11.
He's lying. He just started stretching himself like Dashalim all the way.
No, but you got
5
to
strikes in a
bang.
row, though. You saw that.
Yeah, I did see that.
What do you bowl at? Well, wait, 13? What's the biggest there is?
16.
I went from a 12 to the 14. I was
No,
using a
there's an
12.
18-pounder, too.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think there's 18.
See, that's what you guys got to get Bart's. Something big. It feels big. You need some weight behind him.
Well, I mean, but like,
You don't want him to fall over because he's holding the fucking ball, man.
He's gonna.
There was times where like there was times too where you could tell he forgot to let it go.
Yeah.
And that's where I was like, this was gonna fucking go with the ball in one of these. And I'm gonna be right there to record it.
Man. Then he was complaining because he grilled, like he had some grill marks on his hand. Like I said, what are you doing? You putting your hand in the smoker or what? What are you doing? You know, and then he's like, it's fucking on my grip. And I'm like, oh man, go on.
Imagine he was like, I was trying to cook myself. Next one comes from also 420. Eep, what up, compas? Got my 2 tickets for the comedy shows and my new hats. And gracias for the ocho of chiclets. Bombla caught fire. Yeah, hey, make sure you guys got till Sunday, all right?
Get those tickets.
Get those tickets. Otherwise, it's getting postponed.
Come meet your favorite people, yo. Be Real TV. The whole crew's gonna be there. You never know who's gonna show up.
Maybe nobody if there's not enough tickets.
Wow.
Fucking knees.
Next one comes from Othello Fights. Shout out to this podcast week and last week. Alfred chose Juan. I showed them my hat. I got hooked up. They said, you know Nitty? And I was like, yeah. And they chopped it up and also shouted out the secret menu.
Nitty.
I guess he went to go see Alfred. Like, Alfred.
Robles.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. Thank you, homie.
Shout out Alfred Robles.
Every comedian has a good time.
Yeah,
here,
if you ever go see any comedian that's been on here, let them know
I guarantee you they will remember out of all podcasts. Be like, I saw you on the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. Like, eso es marihuana.
Tell them Nitty said what up, and then hopefully they'll book me on a show, dog.
1 pound fish.
1 pound fish.
Next one comes from Vinny Mac. What's up, Big Drum and the crew?
What up?
Salute to you. Thank you so much. Next one comes from Speed Minion. Big what's up to the table. Same team. Thank you so much. Same team. Vinny Mac says, big smoking here in Big Tejas. Much love. Tejas be smoking, dog, even though they can't. That's what I'm saying. It's not a bad place to live.
Shout out Joe Rogan.
But as Bobo has learned, Texas does not forgive the smoking.
No, man. I mean,
Went to jail over there, fool.
I was there, man. They gave me the fucking aluminum foil blanket.
Damn, the fucking airplane blanket.
Man, no, the one that they give the immigrants and stuff like that. They gave me that blanket.
Yeah.
It does keep me warm. You know what? It does keep you warm, like you're in an oven. You know, and that shit is cooking you right there. Might as well put some fucking salt and pepper on yourself.
End up like Bart's with the fucking grill marks.
And
They're cooking you like we cook tamales in the fucking thing, bro. They're cooking with the blanket. They put you in foil.
Oh
They're
man,
like, hey.
that shit was fucked up. Do you think Bart's wakes up and he's red?
Yeah, hands down.
Maybe a little blue and purple too.
Yeah,
White people be changing color.
yeah.
And the bigger you are, the more color you change.
They're the real colored people.
Yeah, man. Yeah. They got blue, red, green.
I feel like he maybe retains a lot of water in different parts of his body, and that the reason he turns red is because like there's not enough circulation in his body, and then like it's like all his blood cells just like, and he turns into the red emoji that's all angry. He does look like that emoji sometimes. Like yesterday, I said it. I was like, "Hey, check out how red Bart's is," and then he got even more red, bro. Like, yeah, like I feel like if you were to go like this to his face, that shit would be hot, fool.
Just
like the red skull.
Depends how much brisket he's made that day.
Hey, pull up a picture. Somebody draw him as a red skull, please.
Man, I'd love to see like a day in the life of Bart's. Like start from the morning until night.
A lot of jerking off.
He has a vasectomy, bro.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he doesn't jerk off. It just he just can't
What's
get
the
you
point
pregnant.
at that point, dog?
What do you mean?
But he
to feel good. What the
he's got a
fuck?
vasectomy.
Yeah, he's got
Comes
a
out.
vasectomy. It does still come out, fool. You just.
Oh,
He's not coming air like fucking.
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think happens? Yeah, that's what you think happens.
He's got an air gun. He's got an air gun.
You think that's what happens, he's on?
It's
like-
gravy instead.
He's
For
like, quickly, I can like clean the VCR.
barbecue sauce.
Just one air.
So he just didn't want to have kids, huh?
Yeah, so when he was young, he got that shit like at 21 or something like that. He was telling me. He told me he had to like get a psychologist, like he had to talk to like the doctor made him go talk to someone just to make sure he wasn't.
Sure,
like,
you want to be gay?
Yeah, are you sure you don't want? Yeah, are you sure you don't want kids? Type of thing. You gotta respect
Yeah.
He's gonna
yeah.
clip this. He's gonna be like, I don't know the way he talked about that show.
That's how he sounds. That's how
Like
it
the
sounds,
Joker,
Nitty,
like
when he
the Joker
nuts.
gun when the flag comes out. And it's just a picture of sperm on the
Gonna be
flag.
fucked up now.
He can
I
make
didn't
his
know
own.
that. I didn't know that
You know
about
that,
Bart.
you know that shit that makes your own.
So if I just say,
put air you know the Soda Stream?
Yeah.
It just this guy come in a glass of water and just make it fucking carbonated.
Grimace shake comes out.
Oh, he's gonna hate it.
he's gonna say, yo, when did you start out in that?
Every interview we do with Bart, should be like, so vasectomy. Every time we have him up here, bro, we should bring that up for like a good 10 minutes. Be like, so what was the process like? Even though we hear the story, just fucking keep bringing it up.
Now they send you home the same day. They don't even put you to sleep.
One of the comments is, "That's good to know about your barbecue guy." How you think he gets the fire started in the barbecue? He lights some air in it, and he needs to get fucking.
Dude. All right, next one says
Oh, fuck me up right now.
he's gonna get mad, fool.
So bad, bro.
Hey, is he watching?
Like that one time, yeah, he'll clip it if we talk about him.
I don't know if he wants to clip that. Oh,
He will. He'll be like, this guy's made fun of me. So I have to check it out.
Someone tell him exactly what part it was.
Come
I
on
bet
down to Bart's
somebody's
barbecue.
making the clip already, and they're gonna be like, check this out, Bart.
Yeah.
That's why he makes his food with no love.
Rock can make a whole fucking theme for him that just go.
That's kind of concerning if it was just.
Just air. That's what you thought. You get a vasectomy, no cum comes
No,
out.
bro, your liquid still comes out. It's just not.
It just
This
goes into your
gra-
stomach and you shit it out after. Where does
Is
it
this
go?
gravy now?
What?
Is this gravy now?
Yeah, no kids.
No.
He said it's just gravy.
No kids, bro.
Barbecue sauce,
I like the thought of though better. You know.
cream corn. All right, next one. Tino Santos sends another super chat. He just sends a big cheeseburger. Thank you so much. Luis Romero says, hell of a show today, boys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we've been giving. Hey, go watch the other shows too, man. We had Felipe Esparza. We had Dope as Yola. We had fucking Eric Kahn up in the house. Who else do we have?
Martin Rizzo.
Martin Rizzo. We've been giving you guys some good ass fucking shows. All right, so go watch those episodes back to back. Next one comes from Frostman. Salute, Bobo, Buddy.
Buddy.
Oh, you know that? Is that a real Indian thing? Is Buddy a thing you guys say?
Buddy. How can you ask that? Yo, can you give us an Indian accent? I ask every guest to do an Indian accent. I just want to hear your best
I
one.
don't know what you're talking about,
Come on, sir. That was good. That's pretty good.
buddy.
It's Mexican people that struggle with it. Yours is good.
Fuck you, bloody.
Bloody fuck
Bloody
you.
fuck you, bloody.
Bloody fuck you.
You are very incorrect about us struggling with the Indian accent.
So you admit you're Mexican then?
I can help you with tech support.
There we go.
Next one comes from Kiko from the South. Well, before that, Tino Santos sent another sticker. But Kiko from the South says, "Yo, salute to Bobo. I'm already sharing some epic ass stories. Respect to you, Bobo. You're a humble man. Salute to the We Don't Smoke the Same crew. Blessing 1 pound fish."
Very, very good. Very, very cheap.
Thank you, homie.
Thank you, dog.
You need to have him on the show. One
Whoa,
pound fish, dude.
We've been trying,
Oh,
dude.
dude, we're
I
trying.
did DM him, but nothing came about. I'm
I'll
trying to
try.
see if there's an email contact.
And have him
Maybe
do
as a
the,
manager.
have him do the song here.
The guy's gonna be like, "I'm just going to need your social security number."
He scams us.
Yeah, he scams us for his token.
If we could get him in here, that would be pretty epic.
That would be pretty cool.
Fuck.
He would nonstop singing, bro.
Do the whole podcast. We'll set it up for him.
And put a 1 pound fish right in the
Even
middle
if
of
it
the
is
table.
just like a video podcast, we should make it happen.
Let's try to get him on.
Yeah. Next one comes from Tino Santos. Smoking on that pink chiclets. Thank you. Salute.
Fire,
Thank you.
homie.
Next one comes from Diego Marin. To this day, the music video to Trouble is my favorite. The mosh pit scene is dope. That is one of my favorite music videos by Cypress Hill, by the way. It is probably one of the craziest songs. It's like a rock song. You look crazy drumming in that city scene.
Yeah, that was a cool video. when I look at that, I stage dove in that video, and then it like keep on bouncing me, and every time I look at that, I'm like thinking about my sciatica. And then I said it begun right there, you know. Yeah, that was a good video though. We got to start playing that song again.
Live.
Yeah.
Steph Tone could come in on that song.
Hell yeah.
Right there.
Hell yeah. Same team.
Same team. Let me see where we at. I think we're almost there. Browsy says, XG, this is for you. LOL.
That was when I said that she was gonna pay $5 for Nitty's file.
My hair file.
Yeah.
Thank you. You can pick it up at the Quinceañero.
Next one comes from Tino Santos. Sends another super sticker.
Thank you.
Smoke Ritual says, damn, some of those lineups for shows in the 90s were crazy. I got to go to Cypress Hill Smoke Out Tour in 2001.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was 18 years old.
Damn.
Yeah, a lot of those smoke out shows, it's a blur for me.
That was
I
probably
know.
like 48 now, I bet.
I mean, they were fun. I mean, those smoke outs, I mean, the artists that were on those shows, I mean, they were classic, you know. So hopefully we can bring something like that back. They were fun for the years that we did it.
I always wanted that to come back because my brother and my cousins went, but I never, it would have been cool to experience. Especially because, this time around.
The one I would have
I'd be
wanted to
backstage.
do. I would have wanted to do that. I would have wanted to see the Angry Management tour with them.
Anger management.
Yeah.
That one was crazy.
Yeah.
Angry management.
Whatever.
Yeah, we did that one. We did a version of that, but in Europe, and it was the bill was Eminem with D12, Exhibit, 50 Cent, G Unit, Cypress Hill.
That's so sick.
That was the bill. That was crazy.
They got the whole Eminem 50 Cent crew there.
Yeah, it was tight. I mean that show. Eminem had like a fucking Ferris wheel on the stage and shit.
That's crazy.
A functioning Ferris wheel. She was crazy.
My bum is on your
fucking
lips.
epic.
My bum is on your lips.
That is pretty fucking epic, though. Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
Eminem's the man, yo.
Next one says, Speed Minion, Ciudad Juárez has the best street food. Puro Juaritos y el Chuco. I don't know what that means
Where
exactly.
is that?
No, he said Juaritos. Yeah, Juaritos.
Do they make chicken tikka?
Chicken masala.
That's in Mexico. Well, he was
Chicken
talking about Mexico.
masala?
Yeah, Mexican Indian food.
We'll go. He's afraid to eat it, but we'll all go eat Indian food
Jalapeno
one day.
chutney.
Yeah, I'm down.
Steph's down too. So we'll all go.
Next one comes from Frostman. Live concert, Cypress Hill. Love Bobo.
It's gonna be great to watch this. So catch it while it's in the theaters. I want to go again. I want to watch it.
I'm gonna go and then fucking you take my Puffco and see like if I entice other people to smoke.
I think that I want to probably try to catch two showings. One is going to be totally baked, and then another one I want a portal.
That's gonna be sick.
I mean, with the sound, the way that it is, it's like in Dolby Atmos, it's like 360.
I wonder if they're gonna show it at Universal Studios. They probably are.
Yeah, it's at City. It's going to be at City Walk.
Oh, it's gonna be sick.
City
For sure,
Walk.
smoking out in there.
City Walk, the Grove. It's like in 600 theaters nationwide.
We can't get kicked out. We should do it and vlog it. While the movie's going out, piracy. All right, next one.
What not?
The next one comes from Will J. DJ Will J. True Tragedy 25 out now on SoundCloud.
Yeah, it's out. I already heard it.
He released the album finally?
Not a whole. I don't know if it's a whole album, but he released some shit. So go cop it. Go give it a like. It's DJ Will in the building. Years in the making. Literally years in the making.
Light years.
What do you feel about those artists that just never release anything, but they're always working on something?
Man, that shit is sus. It really is sus. You know, it's like, yo, man, like, I've been working on this album, man. You know, I got all these features. And then the next year you see him, yo, I'm still working on an album. You know, I'm working on this album. I got a couple more peeps, you know. Going the next year. Yo, that album, man, I got to get you on it. I got to get you on that album.
Oh, fuck. That was him.
Yeah.
Sounds like Will
So he
J.
just released one, so go get it. It's
Go
been
get it.
Years in the
Support
making. It has to be worth it.
Get that album.
Shout out to Will. I love that fool. Oh, that fool's a G.
Yeah, for real. Damn, man, there's a lot. Trying to catch up, and this shit's all freezing up. I'm gonna just pick up this one right here. Diego Marin, did Cypress Hill collab with Orisha?
No.
Is that a band?
Yeah, I was talking with someone about that like a few weeks ago. Like, that would be kind of cool to have a joint with Cypress and Odishas. Yeah, that would be cool, but we haven't done it yet. Only shows.
The next salute. The next one comes from Bear Yazzie. Hilarious show. Shout out to Bobo. Same team.
Same team.
The next one comes from California Alert 1. Says 1 pound slap.
Very, very hurt.
Oh, damn. I got to reload this page. Son of a bitch.
I still can't believe Gary Coleman slapped you. That's so cool, man.
Twice.
That's so sick, dude.
Twice. Yeah.
It is cool, man. Imagine like
Let's see. Since you think it's so cool to get slapped, who'd you want to be slapped by?
A midget?
And you would be taking like, yeah, you wouldn't even flinch type of shit.
It needs to be a
He-Man.
midget. It needs to be a midget.
Danny DeVito.
Pretty epic midget.
Hasbullah for Ezone, I know.
Oswald would be pretty sick.
Ezone would give a fuck.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick.
Okay. I think I... Jesus. All right, let's...
Wee Man, I'd do Wee Man, but it had to be for like some Steve-O shit.
You know, just
Baby Trump.
if somebody, if a midget that says to you, come here, you better keep your eye open. You better be on guard.
If they don't get your face, if they have knives, they'll get your like
Yeah.
ankles.
You could have blocked that shit.
You know,
You could have just
uppercut that fool.
Yeah.
you know, but he was
Sparta kick him.
He was fast with it. Like, he's done that before. He did that before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's a slap and run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Shiesty-ass
mean,
midget.
the whole thing. You know, the come here and the slap.
Here's a YN.
You can't trust someone who's always that low to the ground.
Yo, I mean, I will say that he was fast that I didn't see it, and then I was so much in shock
Young
that I
YN,
let him
Jerry
say
Coleman.
it again. I let him say it again. That's not funny. And the thing is that I should have like rose up like after the first slap. Why I kept down to his level, I don't know. Like, here, try again. You know, hit me again.
No, I think subconsciously you wanted him to do it again, so everybody saw the double one. And at that point, fool hit me twice, homie. Like, they ain't know, like, it wasn't an accident, it wasn't a mistake. So you were like, do it one more time, motherfucker.
Nah.
Yeah.
I
And
think
he did it one more
subconsciously.
time, and after that,
I think subconsciously you knew he was a fucking star, and you're like, I'm gonna have this story. Gary Coleman slapped me twice,
I think.
and that let
Alright, I
you
got it,
hear
I
I think
about
a
it.
big, I think a big part of that story would have made it better is if I slapped him back
Damn, you would
Yeah.
have killed him.
and then tell the story that I got expelled from school for slapping Gary Coleman.
That would have been pretty
and
sick.
he'd have to tell the story.
Yeah,
One
Yeah.
day he'd have
He'd have to tell the story.
he'd have to tell
Gary
the story.
ended up
Like,
in a
Yeah,
coma.
because my career ended, and they do a documentary on why his career ended.
yeah, I see.
Behind the music.
See, I'm not in his documentary, but he'll probably be in mine.
That's
This is how Bobo would come up. They'd be like, he'd be coming back on different stroke after the strike, and he'd be like, "Yo, why you got a black eye?" And they had to put a part on broken on different strokes to show
claps-
black eye.
Right,
But behind
right.
the scenes, he'd be like, "Nah, it's because during the
Yeah,
strike, I went
yeah,
at it with Bobo
yeah.
from Cypress Hill."
The claps come on whenever he makes guest appearance. Woo! All right, let's get. I got him back up. Next one comes from El Monte. Says, shout out to the We Don't Smoke the Same crew. Bobo, as always. Have you seen the Latino artists use labubus to represent El Chamuco? Okay, first, come on, dog. What are you watching? Primer Impacto? They're Nordwick fucking monsters, bro. Somebody drew them.
That's what a chamuco is, a monster, bro. You're not helping the case. Just saying, bro. These are a little weird. Send
Send me the video, fools. I will check it out.
Sometimes you gotta look at things like, who made this?
Yeah, just like how Pokemon are demonic, fool. Next one.
Balenciaga. Look in that shit. Look into Balenciaga.
Alarma
Rousey-
TV.
Rousey
always defends this shit, bro. You see him?
Rousey says-
go down that rabbit hole.
Browsy says, XG, I am making my son a quinceañero next year.
Yeah, let's
Invite
go.
us.
You need us?
Invite us. Let's
You need us
go.
there?
Yeah.
We'll be there.
The whole team.
Othello fights. If you had a quinceañero, that's 617 activities.
Yeah, I like how you use that. 617.
I'm assuming he means that's gay.
Yeah. Well, it's the F word, but if you know the word.
Whatever, dog. You're
know
not
the alphabet,
you're not invited, bro.
Just put the letters in there.
Next one comes from Robin the Hood. He says, "Eep, motherfucker."
Eep, motherfucker.
Next one comes again from Browsy. Yes, E-Zone, the whole chat is ready to see XG in a tux formal, LMFAO, or a dress.
Let's go, Quinceañero.
Damn, horse
right.
dress.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Look at Tommy.
Tommy, every time he says it, he just reminds me of like a really fat toad. Next one comes from Rosa and Ricky. Great show. Your 15 song could be Tiempo de vals, es tiempo de... You remember that shit, dog? Yeah, that's how you knew it was over and the party was about to really start, bro. Once the dad stopped crying because his daughter is about to get smashed, you know what I mean? The party started, dog. Next one comes from Zachariah. We don't Bobo the same team. Party 1, 2, 3.
Teddy Bonkers is right, though.
That's true.
That shit was funny though.
No, Teddy Bonkers is right.
I'll read it right now how it comes up.
No, Rock is going to wear a dress.
Oh yeah, Rock would be the one in the dress for the quinceañero. Better be a nice one too, all right?
Dang diddly.
Tino Santos says thumbs up. Well, he get the super sticker. Psychedelic Six-Sider says eep, motherfuckers, same team.
Yay.
Same team.
Frostman says justice for Bobo because of the slap. California Alert One Nogue says, what you talk about, Bobo, is the original line.
That's good. That's good.
We got to get a spirit box and call his spirit and see if he responds.
No, bro. Now give him the
Steftone has a
Ouija
spirit
board.
box. Steftone, when you're off tour, can you bring it? We got to see who's up in here, dog.
Okay, how is that all right, but not the Ouija board?
Because this is radio. We're not fucking...
You're still bringing spirits and
Nah,
shit
see,
in here.
the thing that you don't understand about the Ouija board is that is a ceremonial act. This is just a transmitter. It's no different than you going to satellite and hoping an alien responds back like, Xavier, I am here. You know what I mean? Like, you're just hoping that you get something.
What, you expect Gary Coleman to be like, come here?
Well, no. Do you know how Spirit Box works? Do you know how Spirit Box works?
Yeah, they make like noises and shit. And
Yeah, I know, but it's based on radio and you need to. I'm gonna send you a video on how these
So you
things
can't
work.
choose who you call. It's
Yes,
just
you
whoever
can't
shows
choose.
up.
It's like whoever's like, hey, what's up?
Whoever's
fool?
around.
Yeah, like whoever's around, and it's only
Probably whoever died closest to the nearest warehouse.
it's only words. Yeah, it's only words. We'll see what's up. We'll do it for the chat. Next one says
Patreon.
Rolando Valenzuela says, yo, I just pre-ordered the hoodie. I'm gonna post the video of the behind the scenes, halfway sold out. Don't sleep. Diego Marin, you can't look at midget in the eyes. Their wires get crossed. Honestly though, the perfect midget, bro, like to have us like a little sidekick is like a Hasbullah size midget. You gotta have like one of the ones that looks like a little kid. That way, like you get in places like for free, you know?
Yeah. My child.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like the way Mike Tyson grabbed that fool.
He thought he was a kid.
Oh, man. He's
And then
probably
he-
still traumatized by that
He was
shit.
so mad. He was like, no. He was mad. Like it was so funny, dude. He said in an interview he did in Russia. He was like, I thought about hitting him, but it's Mike Tyson. He could kill me.
Yeah, he would have fucked him up.
Yeah, he would have thrown a midget across the room. Next one says, Rolando Valenzuela, dog, this guy Joe had a sweet 15, LOL. Did you go to his party? That's why you're mentioning him, bro, because it was a tight party, huh?
You went.
Straight up, MTV's My
Sweet
Super Sweet 16.
15.
I hated that show, bro. It just made me
too.
feel bad about not being rich.
I wish I could have a Quinceañero.
He complained. I was like, bro, you got a car. Yeah, like, shut the fuck up. It's new. Next one comes from Bear Yazzie. Hilarious show. Shout out to Bobo. Same team.
Big ups.
Bro, what if your little Labubus in the night start moving around and shit? You don't even know.
They're in a fucking cage.
I wonder why. Because that's the dude. You better put a camera on the little Labubus.
Xavier, you don't
You be
think...
selling like demons and shit to people. You want a demon for your house?
Xavier, like, you don't... Like,
I don't know, dog. That
There's
little
a
Labubu,
co-
the name too, Labubu. What the
Listen-
fuck's a Labubu, dog?
Listen,
I don't know.
dog.
I sound like a hater, but
I wouldn't... Like, I'm pretty sure... I have an active altar in my fucking room. There's an elegua behind the door. There's shit going on while I sleep every night, bro. I don't fucking know. I just disregard that shit, bro. I've seen my camera. I'm like, I'm tuned in, and I'm like, I've seen orbs just fly across the room.
Bro, that thing at night be walking around, moving.
Does it have
around.
lashes? Damn, you fucking got your shit pimped out. I'm gonna show my lady about the lashes on hers.
And how come no one's placed an order for any LaJujus yet?
Yeah, fool. I don't know. Be careful. If your son's got a labubu, I'll be careful. I'll be stealing your. I don't know.
Why? Because he wants bitches to talk to him at school?
It reminds me of a duende. It's like a little duende, bro. It's just.
Because he wants bitches to talk to him in school, bro. That's the only reason you would get one in
Kids
school.
who have labubus are 90% more guaranteed to have quinceañeros.
Yeah.
You guys are just hating, bro. All right, you know what? Fine. This doesn't be my quinceañero. You guys are not a part of it no more. Next one comes from Diego Marin. It says, Bobo, if you could go back in time, what advice would you give yourself at 16 years old?
Man.
Adi.
Maybe a little body. Maybe take less drugs so you can remember more of the cool things that you did.
Yeah.
That's solid advice, realistically.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? And you're in the moment, you're just going with the flow, and you're not thinking about anything after it.
Did you trip balls with Jefferson Airplane?
No, I didn't trip balls with them, I was in the moment. They wasn't gonna let us do anything in the helicopter. I was like making sure that motherfuckers was driving right.
Yeah.
It was my first time in a helicopter too.
That's so cool.
Straight up. There you go. Next one comes from Barry Yazzie. Bobo, have you ever worked with Soulfly?
Yep. I was on the first album of Soulfly. That was a big cool thing for me. I think Chino was on that record. I think Steph Tone was on that record. Guys from Limp Bizkit. It was an all-star thing. So I'm on like 2 joints on that record.
Hell yeah. Next one comes from Rolando Valenzuela. Remember Be Real and Meteor Man? I'm going to post a clip of him in Real Grass movie. I posted it in the group chat the other day.
Yeah, and the trip is that it's not even his voice.
Oh, yeah, and...
Meteor Man is not his voice. That shit is dubbed. So I don't know that he couldn't get the words right. I don't know. But they dubbed his voice.
Yeah, you should watch that movie. It's crazy. It's like that one scene he's in. Next one comes from Barry Yazzie. Shout out to E-Zone, XG, Ray, Rock Samson, and Nitty.
Same team.
Salute to you, Barry Yazzie. Next one comes
Don't
from...
call his job and call him that, guys. Don't do that.
Yeah, the higher path. Don't call the higher path in Sherman Oaks and say, hey, I'm calling for Rock Samson.
We love Rocky. Next question.
Cock Samson on the beat. Next one comes from Y2 Kitten, and she says sends a lot of emojis. 10 Flowers says, can you give us the craziest acid stories real quick? Thanks so much for everything. Warmth to all of y'all. I guess warm hugs, man.
Damn, what kind of acid did you take in?
That fool does trip.
I got an acid story real quick with Jared Nathan in Vancouver.
Well, he asked Eric, bro.
I'm sorry, dog. Down syndrome.
taking microdots with the guys from Psycho Realm and Mr. Cartoon, Stefan Oriole, Be Real. Yeah, we were all same team.
Same team, dog. There you go. Next one. You want to tell your acid story with the retarded guy?
If you want. I did acid with Jared Nathan, the Down syndrome comic from Kill Tony in Vancouver, and we went out to the Stanley Park, like the park out there. It was like 2:00 in the morning. He heard coyotes and he dropped on the ground and started crying and screaming. He's like, "Don't let them eat me." He's like, "They're gonna kill me." He started freaking the fuck out.
He has that retard strength.
Anyways, that was a bad acid trip.
Damn.
Don't do acid with people with Down syndrome.
They got that strength, fool. Next one comes from Harry Booch. Bobo, what's playing in your car right now?
What's playing in my car right now is some James Brown. I'm on my classic shit today.
go. Next one says, Jay Barrera, what's up, perros? Thanks, crew, for the greatest laughs, distracting me from the divorce stress. Thanks, E-Zone, X, Nitty, Ray, and guest.
That sucks.
Hold your head up, dog.
Yep.
Hey, I'm glad we could get you through it. Next one comes from Grimace. You can only save one. Be Real or Muggs. Who's it gonna be, Bobo? Damn. Well, answer that next one, bro. Fucking assholes, bro.
You're not gonna do that shit to
All
me.
right. Next one. Organico. Shout out to the whole crew. Ninja. YN.
All the YNs.
Same team, dog.
Same team. Bear Yazzie says, Murr, same team.
Man,
Joshua Torres says, I just bought my ticket for the comedy show. Let's go.
Fuck yeah.
go.
Thank you,
Hell yeah.
homie.
Hey, fool, it's a GoFundMe at this point, all right?
oh shit.
You don't gotta go just buy it.
Next one comes from... we don't say that, fool. Fucking Smokestack Mac will fucking be like, I bought 10 tickets. DJ Paz, with so much technology and music today, do you think drummers need to adapt or should they stick to traditional techniques?
It's always good to adapt, even though I was a late adopter. You know, I kept it like, yo, man, I'm not going to fuck with those electronic drums and things like that. But when they started sounding a little bit more authentic, I thought, well, maybe I should try it out. So it's good to be able to adapt, never lose where you come from, but evolve. That's what you call it, evolve.
You can add that to it now.
Yeah. So now, like, my setup is crazy, way crazier than when we started.
What is your set? Like how many?
I got a full drum set, and I got a SPD drum pad. I've got my cymbals. I got percussion, congas, bongos, pads, hand sonic, drum, electronic drum, foot pedals, all kinds of shit. It's a lot of shit. I'm like, damn, just when I thought I would be slowing down, making more shit,
Creativity doesn't
Hell yeah. Next one comes from Rolando Valenzuela's. Yo, E, you need to reset my hat. Email me about that, bro. Next one comes from, or Instagram me. The next one comes from the Boxing Boss. Shout out to Bobo and the We Don't Smoke the Same team. Just had my first child. It's a blessing. Same team.
Congratulations.
Congrats, dog.
Get some
Joy.
sleep.
Yeah, I get some sleep.
You're gonna need it. Next one comes from Will J. Bancoot. You are out of your senses, Bancoot. I don't know what he's saying with that.
Oh,
but
he's saying banjo.
What
Speaking
are you
of-
saying, buddy?
Barty, what do you mean, Barty?
Next one comes from 10 Flowers. Let's all keep chatting to keep these fools here.
Man,
Fucking assholes, they have been
Fools-
going
fools
at it,
got
bro.
the
Pissed off. He's
He's
on.
been up since 5:30, dog.
Smoke, I'm running him faster, bro. Smoke Ritual, 48. Hell nah, I'm 42. Next one, Frostman. Never underestimate. Middle finger. DJ Paz, what's your favorite Cypress song to play live?
lick a shot.
Lick a shot. There you go.
Superintendent E-Zone over here.
Bear Yazzie. Fucking A, bro. Jesus. All right, hold on.
It's that asshole, huh?
Dude.
It's just Superintendent
E-
E-Zone. bro.
E-Zone,
He's
can you give us a
president
little
mode.
Nicki quote? Appreciate all that you do. That was awesome when you were here handling DJ Quick with the drink. That was funny. Damn, which one, Ray? There's got to be a good one that's like memorable because it's all mostly one-liners with Little Nicky. It's like when you ask him what was the cake, and he goes like, I don't know. This cake kind of tastes funny. Yeah, when he eats the medicated cake. Next one, Joaquin Rodriguez. How come when the Spirit Box videos come out, the ghost always speaks English? What's up with that? Well, fool, that's what they use in the radio frequencies out here. We speak English.
It's America.
Yeah. Next one comes from Raspy415. What's good, Theo Bobo? Next one comes from Midget Mike. Bobo, what does it sound like when you step on a dog? And last but not least, I did comes with 10 flowers. I did this because I know you have to get up early. Fucking asshole, dog. I'll remember this when you want some weed, dog. All right, next one. All right, picking the winners. First winner. And it's spinning. It's fucking spinning. What do you know, dog? You're going to get a hat and the fucking prize pack. Salute to Rolando Valenzuela. DM me for your fucking prize pack.
Pinche
Yeah,
congrats.
he's gonna throw some tinfoil hat stuff in there too.
Next one goes to...
Hit that like button before you leave, please. I know y'all dipping out. Hit the like
Comes
button.
from Albert Banda. That's a new winner. Congratulations to him.
Congrats,
Albert
bro.
Banda, DM me once, please.
One time.
Once.
One time DM.
One time.
Like, and then once I send you your tracking number or like tell you it's on the way, don't DM me the next day and be like, where's it at? Because, come on, dog.
Principal E-Zone out here.
It's just common sense, bro.
Principal,
He
bro.
is.
Like,
He's going to be a superintendent soon, bro.
Next one. And the last one goes to... Lucky fucking Smoke Ritual. Congratulations,
Fuck yeah,
dog.
Congratulations.
player.
Congratulations. Thank you so much, everybody, for participating. Let's give it up for the guest, Bobo, for coming by.
Thank y'all.
Thank
This was
you.
fun, man. This is fun. Hopefully I can come back again and
Hell yeah.
talk shit.
Oh, you're welcome here anytime, dog. The stories you got are fucking hilarious,
That's
dog.
so good.
You got anything coming up that you want to shout out?
Oh boy. Well, Cypress is about to head out and do some shows. We got a show with the Reno Philharmonic, but the biggest thing is the Cypress Hill movie with the LSO. It's in theaters for like 3 days, so be sure to check it out. You want to see this in the theater
Watch it.
and absorb. The music is there, the sound is there. So check that out. And got some projects coming out. Empires, me and Stu Bangers got some coming out with Cujo Goody. We have some coming out with some more songs with Psycho Les. And more music's coming, man. So stay tuned.
There you go. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys are already. I'm sure you guys are following Eric Bobo already. Thank you so much, Ray, for running the boards, Morning Shot Films, and Morning Reel Podcast. Make sure you guys check him out. Hopefully, he takes the idea about doing the video reels for you guys. I think it would be hilarious, and it would be great to give context to all the people that don't listen to the Apple Podcast. Nitty?
Shout out to you, Bobo. Thank you to everybody else for listening, man. Listen, buy tickets to this show. If you don't do it, E-Zone's not going to give me my passport, my visa back, and I'm stuck here forever, all right? So just, come on, man. I want to go home, man.
Oh, buddy.
Buy tickets, please. Thank you.
That's what's up. Hit that like button. We'll see you guys Wednesday. I got new merch coming out. E-Zone's running that, so you know it's going to come with extra gifts. So go buy my Fully Toxic merch. And thank you, Bobo, for coming on. Go watch the movie, dog. Go watch the movie. Get high before you watch it. It's going to be a good time. And we'll see you guys here Wednesday and Thursday with some dope guests. I don't know why you're laughing.
What was the poll?
The boo-boos.
Read it, Nitty.
The devil.
Surprisingly, man, this is weird. I can't believe our audience is fucking... They all want quinceañeros, I guess. 51% are yes, and 49% no.
Damn.
Having a quinceañero.
Having a
The
quinceañero.
one.
The boo-boo on.
The boo one, too?
Man,
There
we
you
got
go.
some quinceañero ass fools listening to this podcast.
Straight up. So we don't quinceañero. The same coming soon. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out. And also go check out the vlogs. Please.
Please.